talk?
Evening.
There we go. Yeah, right, we're all good. We're saying, guys, it's your boy JQV back with NEC10. In the booth with me is Doctor. What's going on, Doc?
Not much. Nice to be back. Looking like a fun tight cards. Got Wolvesy versus Drizzy in the main event. That's a fun one. Frosty versus Kez. That's going to be a war and a half. Both of them guys very unique in their talent. Frosty loving the body kicks. Keza being able to adapt to anywhere and any time.
Docky's quiet. That's all. That's fine. Yeah, very fun fight card we have this evening. Let me just turn you up a bit. It should be better. Should be a little bit better. Just keep me updated, lads. So yeah, very fun event tonight. But lads, we did have the prizes come through. So before we quickly get into this first 1v1 matchup, Concept will be joining us shortly. Just stick on the gloves and yeah, let's have a little quick show while I put these gloves on. There she is. There's a big baby. Size of her. This is a big one, lads. She's a big one indeed. Here, obviously, the community's so far favourite. We do have the Conor McGregor signed glove from the man himself. So now all you guys can win that this season. That is there. And obviously that does come with the certificate of authenticity from him. So that's a great one. And obviously we do have the certificate of authenticity for the poster as well, which obviously has the signature of everyone that was everyone was on the card. So you can get the signature of guys like Paul Craig, Jamal Hill, Brandon Moreno, Figueiredo. Can try and flex it a bit if you want. Hold on. So we've got this one, gents. Got the Funko Pop. Do have the 24-inch curved monitor. It's a big one, baby. It's a big one. And then obviously my favourite prize, the bad boy itself. Size of her, mate. Size of her. She beauty, mate. Let's look at that nice and gently. So as you see, lads, they are just some of the prizes we are giving away this season. We do have the digital ones, like the year's subscription to the Fight Pass, the mystery shirt. Can't order it yet because we need to know the winner's size. Gamer tag light, need to know the winner's gamer tag, and things like that. So keep updated for them when they win. Obviously, the winners will be announced at NEC 20. Today we are here with NEC 10. So 10 weeks. Long enough to put a show on. What do you think of them prizes, Doc?
Yeah, it looks good. I mean, yeah, a lot on the line, a lot to win, a lot of possibilities to happen. Just got to compete and hope you get lucky.
You have indeed. You have indeed. So, as we go straight back over to the fixtures for tonight, we have a very good 1v1 interesting matchup. Kicking us off, it will be Pablo G versus Jakey B. So two guys love a little bit of a block break. It's going to be an interesting matchup there. What can you tell us about Pablo G and your boy Jakey?
Well, if I'm not mistaken, Pablo managed to get a win over Dave, a shock win, but under all, the man's got hands, part of the B3 camp. The man knows how to play each individual game. Jakey, on the other hand, is a wrestler turned striker. I think every time he fights. It's kind of the way people describe him because that's what he is. Good in all aspects, part of the BFAB camp. He knows how to act, how to play, and how to work a game plan with good IQ. But I think, as Jakey mentioned himself, if you add these two into the octagon, no holds barred, it's going to end up in a block break madness.
It's going to be a block break madness indeed. So we have 8 minutes until we can get that one underway, gents. So we'll quickly have a little look at the up next. So there's the two guys. Pablo G scored a 4-on-1. Only loss coming to Suave Jamie. So, you know, he's in great form. He's performing really well. Obviously, a very tough fight for myself this evening. 4-3, but I have fought one of them losses also to Suave Jamie. And the other losses coming against Driz and... who else is the other one? I lost to Driz, Suave, and
Keza, maybe?
no, it wasn't Kez. It wasn't Kez. Who was it?
Liam Kenmore?
It definitely wasn't Liam Kemio. He got smoked. I'm trying to think. Who was it? Suave, and then I lost to Driz, and then who did I play last week? Oh, Frosty. Frosty MMA. Yeah, Frosty. Yeah, lost to Frosty in the third round. I remember that one. Yeah, so a lot of the losses on our records, you know, don't really show inconsistency. They're all good players. Anything can happen at the highest level there. So 4-4 if you could the beating Kylan put on you. 5-4 then if you count on the one I beat Keza. So yeah. So yeah, 4-3 records under the NEC banner on these live Sunday shows. Pablo G 4-1, yet to take another L other than against a champion. So it's going to be a good one. We'll quickly have a little look at these rules as we just have about 6 minutes. Thank you, Liam. Thank you. Right, lads. So as I was just saying, all these fights tonight in the 1v1 me will be 3 rounds accelerated clock. Other than title fights, that will be 5 rounds. There's a list of your banned submissions and your banned exploits. Obviously, there is some other banned exploits we will eventually add to the list, like double up kick, double backpack. They are all banned. So yeah, any exploits you will be banned, no matter how accidental or minimal. So yeah, all the fights tonight will be 3 rounds. No title fights other than the interim title fight that is not featured on 1v1 tonight. So yeah, you can familiarise yourself with the rules. Also, lads, if you are new here, we will be streaming the next 2 events to the NUGS AU Twitch. Due to some technical difficulties them guys are having over that side. So please drop a follow over at this channel. It would mean a lot. Would be greatly appreciated. Yeah. So how long we got? 4 minutes. So I suppose we can just do this, right? Oh, wrong button. So I believe that's good to go. Just 4 minutes while the stakes close. And we'll get underway with the first matchup. Concept will be joining us shortly, just eating some food. And then, yeah. So tough matchup though. Tough matchup.
Are you framing this or?
Yeah, I'm streaming this.
Okay.
I'm streaming it off the NUGS one, sorry.
So just watch the NUGS stream.
Yeah, just watch the NUGS stream.
Right.
We are sitting there about 130 MS, pretty clean. I'm not really too upset about that. That's pretty good. It's going to be a tough matchup. You know, Pablo G good. You see their 1-on-1 record. His win against me was in the ESFL. My win against him was in the OWC. So, you know, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Obviously, both love to scrap. 3 rounds, so suits us both down to a T. We'll have a little quick look at the betting lines. See how they are shaping up. So this one, dead even down the middle it seems, I believe. Yeah, both sitting at basically 1.8 on this one. So no lumping, no favourites here today. No massive favourites in this one, but there is still a minute and 33 seconds to go until we can do that. So that might change at the last moment. It may not. What are you saying anyway, lads? Be saying Spider-Man, bro. Saying Ken Mill, bro. I appreciate you telling me about the audio there. Spider just a casual player, but still is the GOAT. Still is the GOAT. But it's still the GOAT, bro. Just a couple minutes before we can get underway, gents, and then we will move on to the next matchups on the card and have a little talk about them. Maybe show the prizes a couple more times. Yeah, come on, bro, that's the plan. That's the plan. Just under a minute, lads, and we can go.
You can do that.
40 seconds. Oh, slight leaning favourite towards Jakey B coming in there right at the end. Only slight. A little bit more to drop in as these 30 seconds are counted down. Slight favourite for Jakey B in this one. Nothing too crazy as it slowly drops down. 1.7 for Jakey B, 1.9 for Pablo. As these stakes close in 10 seconds. It's actually froze on my finger. And there we go, that matchup is good to go, so we'll get this underway. We'll be Rafael Fiziev for Pablo G against Dustin Poirier for myself.
Well, 1-on-1, steady ping, across the board, 120. Some people may bring an issue with it, but it's stable enough, typically what you've seen within an international type of league, and that's to be expected. Pablo G notorious so for his boxing combos, part of the B3 gang. The man knows how to block break, but Jakey B isn't far off that mark either. The man is notorious for having come back, for using the ducking roundhouse. Can't use that with Dustin Poirier per se, but you can definitely get away with different regards, different angles, and Dustin Poirier is a very good and solid pick, even invest in the wrestling side. Fiziev, though, purely a kickboxer with ridiculous recovery and chin, 97 in both, if I'm not mistaken. And so far, both of these guys starting out wanting to hold the centre out of the gun, trading the jabs and straights and looking to fire that slip straight as a counter so far. Late kicks being worked by Fiziev, doing quite well. He's kicking in the pocket, so I have got to be very careful. Lovely little combo there, though. And both of these guys are looking to put on a fight of the night, it seems. Ooh. Stamina advantage so far going into the favour of Pablo. Seems like he's not per se working the body more, he's just not being as combo heavy. Jake's throwing a lot, he's throwing punches in bunches, and although they're doing it, sometimes he's not letting stamina recover, and that's causing the long term to get slowly withdrawn here. Surprised Pablo hasn't gone back to those leg kicks. As I say that, he does so. The jabs, the straight uppercut of Jakey B, a very good intercepting shot, but that hook and the head kick there by Pablo doing some serious damage. Again, even with the shots thrown there, Jakey B is still below that stamina game, and I think as you start to see the midpoint of this round, as you start to see how it's going to change, I think that's going to really tell you who's more likely to win. So far, I think head-to-head advantage is going to favour Jakey B. The leg health is definitely not Not much body work by either guy, maybe because they're just more interested in having his brawl style. Mentioned a lot of the block breaks earlier on just before we got into the fight, and that was kind of the case here. As I say that, both of them just trading the pocket, not neglecting footwork, and just standing, swinging and banging for the heels. A bit more distance, starting to separate apart, not putting a reduction in that pace, probably a very nice idea, but now back into the escapade of escaping. Pablo getting the knockdown in fantastic fashion, pulls up on the uppercuts, just straight comes over there, but these two guys, if you're going to be careful, you're going to be calm, you need to be able to recover. Jakey so far hasn't been knocked down, hasn't got stunned, hasn't got too over aggressive, so it definitely goes in his favour. But stamina, as mentioned a couple more times, still not entirely. Lovely little step back, didn't quite get the full counter off of it, and Pablo seemingly finding a way to fight this fight, but he needs to find. Oh, lovely body shots there, though. Digs down, uppercuts, lead hook there, and yeah, if I'm Jakey right now, you've really got to dig deep, find the answer to your pace. And as another stun, he's been knocked down, he's had a body stun. Pablo getting a bit over aggressive just towards the end, but happy to try get stunned himself. The uppercut sending him down to the mat in retaliation, pulls back a head kick / body kick being fired, and that is the end of round 1. Going in Pablo's favour, Jakey B definitely coming back towards the end, showing that he still has the potential to get the stuns, get the knockdowns, and all this other Melgarfi. He's looking good, he's doing good, he just needs to keep calm, stay paced, and then hopefully he'll be able to find an answer to the shot. We've got plunge back there, and here we go again. Oh, that uppercut coming close, but that uppercut lands beautifully so. Now working that block entirely, looking for a performance and a half here, but so far so steady, keeping pace as much as he can. Jakey now on the front foot. As I say that though, he does come into the back and he lands a beautiful hook, just avoiding the shot there out of the way. And then we are back into the action. Stuns across the board so far. And the uppercut landing cleanly. Getting a knockdown now, following up with it into the KO. Only just manages not to. The block and head health completely shattered though there, and the more time you see, the more time it's looking more and more like Poirier is going to be the one to take this fight. But Fiziev with the top control now could definitely even it out. Pablo not one to be mistaken. He managed to knock out the ever mighty Dirty Dave. He can definitely come back at any point in this fight. The head health is shattered, the stam's even, but as I say that, Jakey charges forward, happy to engage in the jab rear hook battle, and these two are looking like absolute killers. Oh, and a straight there. Lovely read on that counter. Getting this now. 2 minutes left on the clock. Oh, that head kick nearly got ducked to the hook there, though. You got to feel like Jakey got kind of blasted out of that. Yeah, counter that he wanted. The uppercut now coming through. The head health of Fiziev constantly blinking, but Jakey's head health is now non-existent. Couple straights and the hook gets the finish. Pablo G showing why the man saw him won with a win over Dave. Now he gets a win over Jakey. One hell of a performance by both of these guys. Arguably fight of the night contender already. But here we are. Jesus, Pablo put on a one hell of a performance. You can see that Jakey happy to breathe a sigh of relief that he no longer has to fight that. And yeah, mental. 10-9 to the favour of Pablo, but I mean, at no point did it ever look like Jakey was out for the count. Jakey was the one winning that fight. You've got to argue at that point.
Lads, what can we do? What can we do? Give me a sec. Let me change the monitor.
Get the performance, but Pablo showing he's just one step ahead of the curve. That was a killer fight. That was arguably fight of the night so far.
I didn't get no delay there, Pablo, bro. Yeah, GG's. Congratulations to Pablo. Great fight. It's tough, you know. Great duck counter there to get it. I thought I ducked that head kick. Just tracked me a bit unfortunate, but GG's regardless. Great fight. Very tough. Get that one done, but yeah, very good fight there for a very good performance from Pablo G. And yeah, unlucky to JQB there, man. It's a bit unlucky, but yeah, no delay there, bro. But yeah, good fight regardless. Big shout out to Pablo there. But anyway, moving on, lads. We will move on to our next fight of the evening. It is Jacob 5 versus Jack 13. Both of these guys getting on the live card. We do have a bit of a bigger card tonight, guys, because people want to, you know, a lot of people want to get involved and get their chance on the live shows. So NEC 10, we thought it'd be a good opportunity for that. So hopefully these two are lobbied and good to go, and we will move over there. Yeah, GG, Pablo, bro. Should be in the it's in the fire check, bro.
Versus Jack.
So,
the battle of the Jays coming up. By the looks of it, they want to have a Bruce Lee mirror match.
Fair enough. You gotta rate it, right? You gotta rate it.
I can't say I've ever commentated over a Bruce Lee mirror match before. I've definitely seen a couple of Bruce Lees get KO'd and get KOs of themselves. But this is going to be an interesting one. 17 to 25 on either end. Definitely goes into favour of Jack 13, but I mean, this is all about who's got the better skill level. This is all about do you know Bruce Lee combos? Do you know how to use him correctly? The man's got Kimuras, he's got an Osagari trip, he's got Crucifix, which is more than Do It Please has, to be fair. So he's doing good there.
These two guys are good to go, so hopefully they lock in as soon as possible. And it will indeed be a Bruce Lee mirror match, so it will be down to a testament to see if any of these guys do know exactly what they are playing and who they are playing. Doctor is so quiet. Okay, I'll turn him off. Yeah, it's my I'll just turn
not
him
on
off.
mine.
Oh, yeah, fine.
And here we go, a touch of gloves, changing into the southpaw stance again, orthodox on each side, looking for the big counters already, pullbacks, straight coming down in the middle, a flying kick, that's a ballsy move, but you've got to respect it early on. Lovely little combos there though. They're both looking for that pullback. It looks like they're going to be mainly hunting for those big counter shots, that rip body uppercut, not landing per se. Head kick though, landing cleanly, switches off to the side as he can. Being pressured is Bruce Lee. I can't remember which one's which. Jake.
So yeah, you have Jake 05 in the red, and you have Jack in the blue.
They've got similar names. And similar
Jack, 13 numbers, mirror match, all on the board here. Yeah, but very great start from both. Maybe, you know, they've sort of come to an agreement and looking for, like I say, guys, you see all the prizes behind you. You can win that with KO of the season, and Bruce Lee is definitely a great pick to get that done with. As you see these two filling each other out and trying to make a name for himself here tonight at NEC 10. And so far, it's really just tit for tat, back and forth.
And the leg kick there, trying his bars. I'm not quite sure what kicks were being thrown there, but a lovely little combo there by Jack, landing just out of range, so counters. The head kick comes up top, only just managed to avoid. Lunge back maybe not been the best idea for his stamina, but he's managed to recover it in quick succession. Now back into that pocket, engaging. Head health does seem to be going into the favour of Jack 13, the man in the blue gloves. Whilst another body kick lands there, and a death kick there following suit. It's looking more and more like Jack 13 is comfortable in this opportunity. He's having a couple of issues with distance management, but so far the shots his hands have landed have only added to his ability to do more and more damage as time goes on.
And that spinning back kick looks like a favourable weapon from both competitors, and a death kick there whipped out. And with the tools like the death kick, dog, you got to think, and a big slip straight, body. And Jack definitely running away with this a little bit, as a body kick there lands will do some significant stamp drain damage there. But yeah, looking like Jack 13's all to play for it, and Jaco 5 needs to really do something to get this round
You
back.
say that though, getting the stamina on
Oh,
the kick, but the straight kills him nearly.
oh,
Now going to the ground pound
could be
position
it.
instead, though, goes to side control, which I don't know is a great idea. 40 seconds left on the clock. I mean, it's a decent time to up, but not a long time.
Interesting. Could have maybe opted for a finish there. Maybe a gentleman's agreement. Does go to pass to mount, does get flipped and gets mounted himself. And maybe a denial here, no denial. And Jaco 5 looking for a posture up, maybe get some damage off here for the last 15 seconds. And another big reversal there from Jack 13. And it's good to see these guys, you know, like trying to make a name for themselves. And they're doing some good reversals, good denials. Stamina there dropping, and end of round 1. And you got to say that's Jack 13's round, Doc. But, you know.
Yeah, you have got to admit that he's Jack 13's round. So far looking good in all aspects. A lot of damage on the board. Didn't end up playing a more roly-poly game than an actual grappling game on the mat, but end of the round makes more sense. You're just trying to get a lot of damage off. Normally it does end up with you just reversing each other non-stop. As I say that though, Jake is trying to land that head kick and that slip straight that he's been countered with earlier. But Bruce Lee in the blue gloves putting on one hell of a performance so far, just continued to come forward, land combos where he can, even when fighting against head movement, he's having an easy time.
He's having an easy time indeed. Just seems like Jake's just going for the flashy, trying to get that KO of the season. But, the big slip there. But it does obviously dig down to the body, slip straight there again for Jack 13. And, yeah, this one not so evenly matched anymore. I feel like Jack is really running away with it. I feel like, look, just 1-2 head kick, easily anticipated. Keep throwing that. But another big spinning back kick to the body. And, you know, if Jaco 5 can win this round, he'll be interested in going into the third. Jumping for position of the is a felony.
And a stun there.
The big drop against the cage.
That is big.
And maybe they have a no jumps agreement here. We did see that he took the position off the last one. And a big death kick whiffs. And yeah, maybe no jump agreement. We'll see soon. But a big body rock pulls it. Uppercut lands, but nothing doing. Head kick whiffed. Goes to the body. Feel like he's setting him up for Sank here, taking that body. And then when that body's super low, it does load you up for them big shots up top. Yeah, nice one, Lucky Bro. We'll go to you next.
That stamina. As I say.
And a big rock from Jake.
The head kick nearly just avoiding the body kick there. That has been brutal this entire fight. It's only low level, but it's doing so much work as he needs, as both of them are low stam and causing utter carnage. The jab getting the stun there, digs down to the body again, just trying to find a home for his shots. It feels like Bruce Lee, maybe a bit of deficit, his weird moveset not being entirely countable to be boxing easily, but he's using pretty good use, and that body kick, that lead one being used by Jack, the Bruce Lee in the blue gloves, is just doing so much damage every time.
Yeah, and that lead body kick will be the story of this fight, as we do see it ever so often. And another big rock there, and good head movement from Jaco 5, but you know, his stamina, his head health in a really bad position. He's going to need something here. But the uppercut doesn't unfortunately get a health event for him there, but he's just surviving here at this point. And another big rock, body, and he's just in survival mode at this point. And Jack 13 really looking for the kill.
Getting another knockdown there. The head is absolutely shattered. I'm not quite sure if that hit, but fair enough.
Death kick at the end of the round. Looked like it whiffed, but it does hit him on his backside regardless. And it will be that this whiff. one. That whiff, bro. It was his 5, bro. Jaco 5 in the chat. He's having fun. He says he's having a great time. Arguably 2 down here. And maybe we're going to see a finish in this round for Jack 13. But
death kick there coming out already, looking to get a heel. Uppercut breaking Bruce Lee's neck there, getting a clean finish. That was a back and forth battle until it kind of hit the second round. Jake managed to lose most of his stamina during that point, and then it was just all out mayhem by Jack 13 there.
It was indeed, and a brilliant performance for Jack 13, putting his name on the board, and a great matchup. You know, it's not every time you get to see but two guys sit there and go Bruce Lee. So it was fun to watch, and yeah, fair enough to both of them for trying to put on a show here for us at NEC 10. But moving on, we do have Lucky 13. So a bit trend with the 13s tonight. Lucky 13 versus Jalen, and this is a very important fight for both of these guys. Lucky currently 0-7 or 0-8, I believe, looking to get his first win here. Looking to get his first win here in the NEC, you know. But this is what you love to see from guys. You see guys, they get 1 loss, 2 loss, and you never see him again. Lucky has lost 7-8 times in a row, and he's coming back every single week chasing that first win. Jalen, on the other hand, 1-7, his only win coming against Lucky. So this will be number 2 in that matchup. This will be the rematch, and maybe Jalen can seal it here. If not, it might line up a trilogy, and Lucky looking for his first win here. So these two guys are good and ready to go. Fighter check-in. What do you do, Doc? You go 0-7 in a league. Do you put the pad down or do you keep going?
Cheese.
Cheese. I'll rate it.
I mean, at some point you do have to like go, yeah, okay. Well, the interesting part with 0-7 is it can only improve. And if anybody tries to brag about a win over you, well, congratulations. There's about 7 or 8 other people who could do the same. So there's also that. So for you, if you're lucky, you've got to imagine there's probably still league nerfs. There always is. No matter any fight you do, and you're down and out, but you've still got those league nerfs. But the good thing you can remind yourself is, I can only improve. I can only make it to round 2. I can only make it round 3. I can go to a decision. If I go to a decision against a guy whilst 0-8, then I would argue you won the moral victory. So for you, winning's easier, even if you don't get a win.
A lot of people rooting for Lucky 13 to come out here and get rid of that O and move forward onto a new beginning. And you never know, 10 weeks left. If he goes 8-8, 7-7, possible shout for fighter of the season, turning that round. So here they are. They do touch upper gloves, and a bow of respect between these two. Jalen in the red gloves with the white shorts with Conor McGregor. Lucky 13 picking up Max Holloway, and Lucky just looks like he's absolutely here to throw, and Jalen already with a big drop.
When you want to throw with McGregor against McGregor, Holloway's lovely to box with. The man's got no power. His hands are pillows, even with his high-style jabs. And if you do it at the wrong time with a bit lower stamina and get into that brawl with McGregor, you are just asking for your head to be shaven clean off. And that's what both of these guys do, and they understand the combos ideas, but it's going to be a difference of who has the best timing, who can get maybe a pullback, who can cause some serious damage that way. So far, Jalen being that person, but Lucky every time he's stepped in engagement does seem to have that ability.
And a big drop there from Lucky 13, answering the call, answering it back. As soon as Jalen got that early drop, you would have thought maybe a long night for Lucky 13, but he does answer back almost immediately. Again, a big stun of his own, and you know, just needs to stay calm now. He's got one back. Leveled his round up for now. He just needs to start coasting, but needs to really keep McGregor off that block.
Straight still continuing down, trying to work through that block. This is definitely the case. He's having a lot of success.
Oh, he's throwing, bro.
He's just going. Now, I want no stamina by the end of this round. If I have stamina, I'm doing something wrong. I hope to God Max Holloway's recovery can handle it. McGregor's, though, not far behind. I mean, it's a decent tactic, because McGregor's known for having cardio issues, so if you're Max Holloway, you might as well push the pace as much as you can. Getting stunned like that by McGregor is not going to do a good thing. Ow!
And Jalen absolutely puts him out cold. Lucky slowly growing into it, but absolutely flatlines him with a spinning wheel kick. Lucky slips into it, and that is good night, Irene. That does add another loss, unfortunately, into his record, but he will be back. And then Jalen moving on to leveling up that record at 2-7. So, you know, big win for Jalen there. I feel like Lucky was doing well. But, you know, need to be careful there with your head movement and stuff. Very tough indeed. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, back to the fight.
Head kick coming out of nowhere. Just it was looking like a back and forth fight, and suddenly, yeah, that was just mental fight there.
Crazy fight indeed. As we do look at the fight card. Where is the fight card? What is the 1v1 timing? Is it 8 o'clock? I think we have some minutes. It is 8 o'clock. It's fine. Yeah, 20 minutes. So moving on, we do move on to Evo Panda versus Lilo. So Theo J is not here this evening, so we will take short notice for Lilo. Sean's opponent wasn't responding, and Fran had to pull out, so we've matched these two. Fran didn't have to pull out, bro. Fran was just doing a match. We'll see what when it gets to come to it though. So Evo Panda versus Lilo. These guys compete in primetime MMA quite a lot. What can you tell us about them, Doc?
Theo mixed around all the crossplay, very technical striker, aggressive in all approaches, very good as a McGregor player from what I remember. Looking to go, I would say he's looking to go in McGregor, but I'm looking at a different fight. I'm looking at Lilo versus Evo, apparently.
Yeah, that's it. What did I say?
I thought it was Theo.
No, Theo pulled up.
Oh, you may have said Theo. I don't know. Anyway, Lilo, man's mental. KM boy. Knows how to strike, has a unique striking file, like most of the KM boys, so he's well adapted in that approach. He can take it anywhere. Would say, though, he's typically a striker. Evo, not far off it, hates the ground game from what I remember. I think I've grappled him a couple of times, and the amount of abuse you can get from one person is quite impressive, but Evo can definitely do it. As you say, though, no sign of grappling in this fight with McGregor versus McGregor on the cards here tonight.
Speaking to Lilo, Lilo said before this fight he's going to cheese Evo Panda. So it's going to be interesting to see if Lilo does come with that sort of cheese approach against Evo Panda here tonight. But Evo Panda, you know, looking to try and get himself back in the win column as well. And Lilo just another replacement fight for him, as for some reason he never signs up. But yeah, so these two do open, and this one will probably be 100 miles per hour. Maybe he was saying he's going to cheese him, but it don't immediately look like that's what we're going to see.
Well, fucking hell.
Bro, he's dead. Bro.
He's dead. He's
oh,
fucking
for fuck's
dead.
sake, Evo. And Lilo has killed him in record-breaking time. That might be the quickest finish we've ever had.
The front kick. Like, Evo went for a head kick. Like, they stood in front of each other, threw at each other, and then he threw a ducking straight into a lead head kick and just got kicked in the face. That was brutal.
So they have come there at 100 million miles per hour, and it has ended that way. Lilo with a massive victory there against Evo Panda. So big win for him. Yeah,
that happened.
But that happened. So we can just forget about that. Move on. Obviously, them guys had.
Then, I suppose.
Yeah, I think them guys might have had somewhere to beat. So Sean Connery versus Murphy. Hang on a minute.
Don't think Murphy's around, and I think apparently Fran pulled out, so instead you ended up combining the two fights, and we got the Leech versus Sean Corkery as of right now.
I'm not too sure about that matchup myself. I think Leech 5-5, Sean 1-0. Getting sparked wants Murphy. Murphy's not here, bro. It's Sean, and you can't have that fight. You can have Leech, but I think you guys just play for it. Sean Corkery 1-0. You can play Tilo, and then we'll have. I'll sort the rest out as we go on. Tilo, you here? We are on fight 5. Fight number 5. Lads, by the way, we are over here on the NUGS AU channel, so please do give a follow. Do appreciate it. Some of you guys are not followed to the NUGS AU channel, so please just drop a follow there. Would appreciate it quite a lot. Is he here? Tilo?
I think they're just looking to get a little bit up.
I want to speak to Fran because Fran said he was just doing another fight. If that's the case, we can wait. It's fine. Yeah, so these two are lobbying up. If Fran ain't here, then we'll just scrap that fight and. I'm not sure Sparks, bro. Records need to match up, Sparks. Chill out. 2 and 5, bro. Chill. So these two are just lobbying up now. So it will be Tilo 1-0 versus Sean Corkery 1-0. So very interesting. Sean's is in the fight chicken. They are lobbied up and good to go.
They are lobbied up. We're all good.
So moving over to this one. Sean versus Leach makes no sense. Bro's 1-0. And Bro's 5-5. That makes sense. So here we have Tilo versus Sean Corkery. Both of these guys 1-0 here tonight. Both 1-0 makes sense to me, guys.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. So just hello.
How are we getting on?
Fran's good to fight.
Yeah, I thought he was.
You've just got to wait 2 5-round fights, apparently.
That's fine, we can wait, that's fine.
It's got stream.
It's fighter checking Sean Corkery.
Yeah.
It's also the Blink versus Goat. Oh wait, that's the same person. So these two are good to go. Tilo, a lot of people said Tilo's an old. I did actually call him earlier on the video call.
Yeah.
He answered straight away, and it wasn't someone I recognised in the community. So regardless,
That's the authenticity check.
he passed it. So there's not much more I could do.
Well, managing to stun Sean Corkery already getting knocked down very quickly fashion there. Anderson Silva showing great determination.
Double knockdown.
Only just.
Oh my god, that's it, bro. Oh, he lives. Skin of his teeth.
Posture up. Does stand straight back up to his feet.
Being showed off already by Anderson Silva. Doing the utter Anderson Silva impersonation. Could be aware about throwing like really big kicks in the pocket, but as I say that, Jesus wept.
Oh, I'm a little bit behind you, Doc.
Bro. Oh shit, got no block though.
Yeah, I know, it's really weird. I've noticed I'm like ahead of you all, and I don't know how I am, but I am. And so I'm trying not to ruin it at the same time.
No, you're good, you're good. And so far, a very good performance from Tilo.
Looking clean.
Jalen saying Tilo's not old. I've known him for years. He might not be old, but like the only
He has
explanation.
history within certain parts of the community, it seems.
Yeah, it does seem that way. Maybe not an old, but maybe someone on his account, who knows. But we will give him the benefit of the doubt. It seems fine to me. He did pass earlier his integrity check and a big rock from Hardy.
Oh.
Big lunge. Saved him there. Oh!
Big head kick.
And a big head kick landing.
Doesn't land that clean. Sean kind of coming back so far, you know. He's catching him, slipping his head quite a bit. These hooks.
Oh, and a big drop there from Tilo.
Brawl.
This is a very good fight.
It is. I feel like we lack technicality and we replaced it with just sheer-headed, I'm going to punch you in the face no matter what. And it's allowing for a hell of a fight. It's definitely not a fight you would expect Anderson Silva to be in. Maybe a couple more teeps, single shot strike, side kicks where you can, looking to drain that stand and explode into later rounds. I haven't noticed they are on 5 rounds, but I feel like we're definitely not going to get past 2 at the rate they're going.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
You got that one right, Doc. Probably definitely will not go past 2. Maybe not even past 1 here. Does dig down to the body there for Tilo. And yeah, maybe Sean sort of underestimated him a bit. Thought this might have been a free win. But he has shown it is coming back into it. And a big duck there. And
big spinning elbow, man. Jesus. Can't get caught like that.
He does opt to
Sean has
clinch.
done well to sort of get back into this fight though from like the first minute when he got dropped twice.
Yeah, no, he has done a very good job at making the comeback, getting himself established very quickly and early on. But Tilo has also put on one hell of a fucking performance. Double drops very early on, managing to come back. With the use of Anderson Silva, not typically a pick you expect to see to do well against someone like Robert Whittaker. But as you can see so far, he's probably up on the scorecards.
Definitely, for me, I think that's 1-0 Tilo going into this second. Sean just needs to get a little bit of recovery and answer back with a big second round.
Yeah, you have to say, and even the stamina's looking pretty even for both the guys right now as well. So, in terms of like health, I don't think there's very much to split the two right now.
Them lunges and the head movement from Tilo definitely paying dividends. He's getting out of the way of when Sean does start pouring it on and starts putting on the pressure. And that kick just narrowly off the... Oh my god. And a taunt as well.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Jesus.
You might live to regret that.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh!
You were saying you're living to regret that. I saw it happen. It was like, oh, okay. That's the way.
Not quite.
Not quite yet. I mean, Sean Corkery now on the mat. If I'm Sean, I want to keep it here. He's probably got a bit more skill. He's probably got more skill in the game and the way it plays.
Yeah.
If he can just keep it down there, stay calm, stay patient, and then he
Beautiful
can really...
denials from Sean earlier as well, man. Like you saw earlier when Tilo got that drop, he didn't want to sit. He didn't want to sit in this position. And this
and this might be why.
Get inside control. Oh, not quite.
Does manage to get back to his feet there, but Tilo needs to be careful now. You know, all that taunting could come back to bite him.
Victory for Sean, you know, the grappling side.
The elbows of Anderson Silva, though, are splitting his head all along the bar as he say that.
Elbow. Oh my god.
And a big drop, and he does take stack. Well, feet on hips. And the head health for Sean not looking great, but Tilo's not in a best spot either, but does see spin elbows coming out for Tilo there, so Sean just needs to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, Sean's throwing so many straight strikes, and Tilo's kind of slipping everything.
Oh,
Just out of range with that front kick.
pace considerably slowed down. I think this has been the biggest intermission without a health event we've seen.
Yeah, I think
I think it's well, as you say that though, the stamina completely shot.
Oh my
Commentary
god.
hitting them like a bitch, and it's so far a minute left in this round, damn nearly as low as the word stamina, and Tilo's just hunting that pullback by the looks of it there.
Just hunting counters. Sean's like, what do I do?
You know what I'm doing, lads?
Oh.
I'm just throwing a 1-2 leg kick.
Yeah.
And another big drop, and that could be it. Does get the knee on belly.
Yeah.
And that is it. GG. Tilo does get it done in spinning fashion, some would say.
The elbows did pay dividends for him in the end there, you have to say.
For sure. For sure. But very good performance nonetheless to take out someone like Sean Corkery. No easy task. So, moving back to the fight card. Fran versus Elite, you've got to wait for that, right? So we'll go Slink versus Gerard. I don't think I can give you more than it.
What is it?
Well, they're not lobbied up right now.
No, I can't.
Apparently he's not here. Gerard's not here.
And who else was it that was looking for a fight?
If Gerard's not here, then Getting Spark can take that.
Well, get in spot. There you go. You got a new fight in your hands. Get in and get lobbied up. 9 minutes and 8 minutes till we go into the next 1v1 at 8 o'clock. Should be a fun one.
Yeah, if they're going to take too long, we might as well just go into the next 1v1 maybe.
How long have you got?
8 minutes.
8 minutes. Just around in a bit. Hurry up and get wrapped up. And yeah, if not, then we'll just kill time for a bit.
Papi Gaucho or Mark Dev, who's better? Not too sure, but close fight.
What give us Papa Gancho? That's an interesting fight.
What is that on the card today?
Well, that's our next 1v1 fight.
Does look like these two are lobbying up, so we'll quickly go into that. Hopefully get this one done quick so we can move straight into that. Slink, getting sparked. If you're hearing this, gotta go for it. You know they're lobby by 55. Then we're gonna have to just, you're gonna have to wait. Announcers, who you guys got winning this fight? Bro, I've watched too many of these fights to tell you
Say anything.
to say anything, bro.
Easier not to.
Yeah, it's easier just not get involved, bro.
As soon as you make a call of someone who's going to win,
The other person wins, yeah, 100%.
Commentary curse.
We'll move over straight away. These two can go.
In the bantamweight division we go, by looks of it. Slink going, Mr. Rob Font. Getting Spark going, Peter Yan. Kind of shocked, since I assumed Getting Spark would go Dillashaw, but fair enough. I mean, you've got the Yan pick.
Font's a killer at 135, bro. My personal pick of choice. You know, he's got that Force of Nature perk, 5-star boxing. So if you're comfortable using those hands, man, Font is a really good pick. Of course, Yan's like the most meta in probably the whole game, but you know.
I mean, I feel like in bantamweight there's a lot of good picks. You got O'Malley, Font, Yan, TJ, Aldo, Sterling. If you want to be a cheesy little bugger, but yeah. Starting off very slow, not really wanting to engage a lot, just faking a bit. Now starting to engage a bit more. The range not entirely sorted out, still looking to get itself established. You see a couple of bits of engagement there. Fake on the takedown there by Getting Spark, and both of these guys now brawling.
Launching from Getting Spark as well, man.
No.
And these two, oh, absolutely going at 100 miles per hour. What we love to see. Getting Spark trying to find some range here. Big lunge there from Slink. Oh, and a big drop from Slink. And Slink, you know, Slink's really developing his game. He's doing really well lately. Not had the best run in the NEC, but you know, he's definitely. Oh, very lucky there.
He's got a good use of that jab though so far. Rob Hunt, very stiff jab, the high level one, can do a lot of damage in quick succession. Working down that block, he's looking to make that established. It's just shots behind it that he's having issue landing. He is landing a couple of times, but just due to the way the PEM fights, he can just blitz you with those 5-piece combos we saw earlier on, and he can just get away with it. As I say that though, that's a beautiful.
That's 2 drops for Getting Spark this round. And yeah, I agree with you, Jakey. 100% right. At least from the time that I last fought Getting Spark, I've seen him improve a lot, and you can kind of see that in the way that he's approaching this fight here.
Getting Sparked? You mean Slink?
Slink, bro.
I was thinking it. He was like 2 drops against Sparked. I was thinking, yeah, 2 drops for him, like on his back. But yeah, Slink really putting on the pressure here. Getting sparked.
Oh,
Burping.
Oh, bloody hell. That was a mad engagement there. Elbow coming out just towards the end. A minute 30 left on the clock out of the first. In the first round, another elbow lands cleanly. The stamina going to the favour of Rob Font, the knockdowns as well. Head health definitely does, and that's a really good place to start winning the fight, especially when it's someone like Peter Yan here, Jakey.
Yeah, he's doing really well here. Slink is he's definitely winning this round with 50 seconds left on the clock. You know,
Ooh,
but with
big rock for him there.
yeah, with Jan's. Oh, very unlucky there, but does get the uppercut, drops him again. Big lunge saves him. But the one thing I do like about getting sparked, every event, you know, he fights. He does show up every event. He's willing to fight, wants to fight. You know, might not be sporting the best of records at the moment, but he's definitely a game player. You know, and that's what you like to see. You know, he definitely come out here and he'll fight anyone. Don't try and pick his fights. And a big drop there at the end of the round for getting sparked. And, you know, I can see him definitely becoming like a fan favourite in the future.
I do agree with you there, but you have to give the lead here so far in the fight to Slink. Of course, Jan's got that equaliser just with the iron that he's got in his fists, right? So anything can happen. Stamina's high enough to make anything happen as well. So it'll be interesting to see if he can make a comeback here.
Oh, but he gets into that one, and that could be it.
Bro. I think it is. Unless he's got some, yeah. GG.
Oh, and that is it. GG. Well played. DC on the commentary says that was nasty, because that was nasty indeed. And yeah, very big win for Slink, and hopefully now he can start stringing on a couple fights on a win streak, and you know, really start showing what he's about. And commiserations to getting sparked, but as I was saying, he's a very game player. He will definitely be back in the octagon very, very soon. So moving on, just 2 minutes, so we will quickly run through it. Mark Dev versus Papi Gaucho. Both of these guys making their debut in the 1v1 side of the NEC, so it's going to be very interesting here. Papi Gaucho, you know, he declared his interest to do it, so you know, we like to give these guys chances, give these guys opportunities. So it's going to be very good. Just a couple minutes, so we'll quickly run through everything. Up next, obviously, are these two, and guys, look at that man's hat. Look at his hat, bro.
I respect it. Do we have a link to Mark Dev and Co?
They should be posting it. Pappy said he's streaming. So you do see these two guys, equal record, you know, 3-2 for Papi Gaucho. Did go 0-2, so he is on a 3-fight win streak on his way up. And Mark Dev on a 2-fight loss streak. He did go 3-0, and he has lost 2 on a bounce, 1 to Webo, I believe, and I think easy work GG. So tough fights for Mark Dev there, looking to get back in the win column against the rising Papi Gaucho. But with that hat, it's going to be very hard. I do believe whoever wins this fight gets the hat and the glasses to complete the set. So it's going to be a very interesting one. We'll quickly run through the rules before these guys are good to go. Quickly run through the rules with you guys quick. So all the fights, 3 rounds, accelerated clock, any use of exploits, no matter how minimal accidental, will result in disqualification. There's a list of your banned submissions and your banned exploits. You know, we do see it all the time. So just quickly run through them for yourself, just so you know that there is no whatever the word is. But yeah, so you can't complain if these guys do the exploits and get disqualified. You know the drill. So these guys are good to go. We'll quickly head over there now.
Well, looking to be in the flyweight division, Papi Gaucho.
Yeah, they agreed flyweight as well. I'll give the 1v1 guys a chance to pick the division, and they agreed to flyweight. And for me, I think
weight to agree to.
Very odd, yeah.
But hey ho, that's the way it goes. Brandon Moreno being used by Papi Gaucho, Cejudo being looked to use by Mark Dev. Brandon Moreno, stupid health stats. This man is anything above 95. It's kind of insane. Like, the man just is unkillable, one would argue. Cejudo's not far off it. Cejudo does have a bit more power. He's short, even for flyweight, I would argue, in some cases.
But you know what Cejudo's got, though? Do you know what he's got in his toolkit?
The beat
that
trip
might be the reason Mark Dev's looking for that Cejudo pick.
Well, it's a beat trip. You were expecting Mark
Dev
trip just to get him onto the mat and just sub him or something? Maybe a Kimura from side control would give him
we're looking at the connection here. We're looking at 108 ping. It's difficult to make moves, but it's also difficult to escape, right? So if you've got that game plan that's sort of laying and praying, you know, it can become useful, you know?
It is not fun trying to get a sub on, like, high ping. Like, only because of how slow the bar, you can feel the connection on it. It is painful to play, especially someone who does like to go for the odd guillotine or the odd Kimura. Like, it does make it somewhat difficult. It's not impossible, but it can make it difficult. Will we see a touch of gloves? A lovely little transition into the southpaw position. Already looking for a takedown. Lovely deny though. That's a big one to start off. That's going to mean Mark has to work a different game plan. Looking like these two are going to be playing switcheroo stances non-stop for the entirety of this fight.
Yeah, it's really going to be the story, you know, going into this one. Mark Dev, obviously solely a wrestler. Mark Dev in the blue trunks with the red gloves, with Henry Cejudo, and Papi Gaucho in the white shorts and the blue gloves with Brandon Moreno. It is just a typical striker versus wrestler matchup, and you already see there Mark Dev 2 takedowns within the first minute, but Papi Gaucho back to his feet, and yeah, he just really needs to keep Mark Dev on him, and then I see a path to victory for him if he can stop the takedowns.
Exactly, Dan. It's not even a matter of if he does get taken down, try and like limit the damage that you're taking. And once you've got it up on the feet like this position, exactly like he's doing now, try and box his face in. You know what I mean? Punish him.
Good range for Brandon Moreno so far, out of the way of all them takedowns. And Concept, you got it right. I think if he can just stay here, you know, accumulate the damage, then when the takedown does comes, because sometimes when you play a lot of these wrestlers like Mark Dev, the takedowns are inevitable. You know, you got to think they're probably going to get you with 1 or 2. So, you know, if you can do the main amount of damage on the feet, and then if they get a takedown with like a minute 30 left, just negate the damage. Because right now, Papi Gaucho really lighting him up.
Yeah, and that's what Papi Gaucho is doing really, really well here. He's making sure he's in the right stance so he doesn't get ISO'd. He's poking and prodding. I mean, anytime Mark Dev gets into the pocket, he's been hit by at least 1, maybe 2 shots. As gets damaged on the board, as you can see already, the head health is slowly getting low. And Moreno, also, he can keep this pace up because of his stand, because of his health stats. Now that he's in position, he's already got up once before. He knows he doesn't have to push that hard, and so he can just chill out, relax, look for other positions. A clinch up here, that's going to work for his favour because he's up on the feet, he's not on the ground. But as I say, that takedown does happen, but it gets a lovely get up.
Some very good takedown denials from Papi Gaucho coming in late here. I feel like Mark Dev really needs to switch it up, you know, like he is finding success on the feet when he opts to strike. So that's what he kind of needs to do, because the takedown threat is really making Papi drop his low block. So what do you really do here if you're Mark Dev and not really having much success with the wrestling? Do you keep going, Concept?
I don't know, man. Like, it's so hard, especially on this sort of connection as well, to have like a solid wrestling game plan, or like work on pinning somebody down. You've seen Papi get up 3 or 4 times. Think if I'm Mark Dev in this situation, I'm like trying to work some head health wherever possible, man. It's tough.
I'm going to say, for Mark Dev right now, you might as well just engage in the striking. Start looking to try maybe 1-2 head kick, just something to put damage on the board. Round 1 definitely has not gone into his favour, you would argue.
Yeah.
Like 8 to 18 single strikes into the favour of Moreno. That's easily Moreno's round. But now you've got to be calm, you've got to be patient, you've got to think about what's the next move, because that's what round 2 is. It's about maintaining momentum, it's about making adjustments, and if Papi Gaucho can keep the momentum going in his favour, be golden. If Mark Dev can make the adjustments, find this takedown shot, or find a big shot that Papi Gaucho can't read, then he's going to have success here.
But it's takedown like these where you're forcing it a little bit too much and it becomes sort of predictable, right? So you need to really, as any type of wrestler, you need to...
And a big rock from Papi. And a big rock coming in from Papi Gaucho. And you got it, he does just need to switch it up. Very predictable with the takedowns. Cejudo is good on the feet, does have good power. And when you're closing this distance, but there you go, just another predictable takedown. And for me, if I'm Brandon Moreno with the Papi Gaucho pick, I'm just sort of getting on my bike and holding low block, because I've got the rock for this round. And, you know, it's seemingly going to be hard for Mark Dev to win this. And you see him there going for the Oso in, I believe, the wrong stance?
No, he's doing it the right one.
Oh,
they're both the same stance now. They've got it, so both in southpaw.
And he does get this one.
Mark Dev, he's looking
nervous,
kind of
bro.
Frustrated here, man. Yeah, just chaining takedowns. Like...
That's what he's looking like right now.
One thing I will say about Mark Dev, I have seen him in a big drop. I've seen Mark Dev 2 rounds down and still get it done though with the wrestling. So he will not give up on it. As you do see there, he does get a takedown, but 2 minutes left. He does kind of just need to really get something done in this round. And a big denial, maybe to pass him out for a bit of HUD.
Tricky, bro.
straight out. And this is when you know you've got to get something done. That's when it becomes tough, because then you start panicking, and especially on this MS, it's hard to deny anyway. But there's a big sprawl denial, which is easy there for Mark Devon. He will rain down some elbows here, and this is what he's been looking for the whole fight, because obviously he's feeling very comfortable that if he does take this to the mat, this is where he will get his best work done.
Exactly that, but even this position so hard for him to hold now, just because he's got a stamina disadvantage, right? So when Papi does get a denial or two, you know, it's really easy for him to transition out.
It's also the lack of damage he's done on the feet. That's another big thing here right now. The groundwork is really good if it's at the beginning of the round where both of you are still fresh, so you're not have a massive health deficit, or when you've already done a lot of damage on the feet and you're able to work off of it. And so now you're stuck in a position like side control, when your head's health is like this, you're getting dropped, you're having difficulty even entering into the pocket, being able to trade. As he gets dropped again, Moreno is just having a more and more difficult time about this. This is being nigh impossible for Mark Dev to find the place if he wants to come back.
That could be it.
Oh,
yeah, GG.
And it is.
And Papi Gaucho gets it done, and for me, I think that was a beautiful performance from him. Like
just clean,
just clean. You know, the question in this was going to be his takedown defense in this matchup. You know, myself looking at it, I thought Mark Dev would get the takedown eventually and maybe have his way with him when it gets to mount and side control. But you know, Papi Gaucho did really well there, and a lot of very high level denials, and yeah, big win for him, and a big debut win for him on the 1v1 meet.
Yeah, huge win. Again, just stopped everything that, you know, Mark Dev sort of had for him in there, and just had the answers to everything. So really solid win by Papi there. And yeah, looking to add to that tally, 3-fight win streak for him now going forward.
I think that's 4.
4-fight win streak.
4 fights, right? 4.
Yeah.
So beautiful, yeah. Performance of the night so far from Lucky's ratings in the chat, and I'd have to agree with him. Performance-wise, that was beautiful. Obviously, we've seen quick KOs and stuff, but yeah. And now Mark Dev does have to send them glasses to Canada, and he will be rocking the glasses and the hat. The man himself, Papi Gaucho, beautiful win for him. So, is Leach and Fran ready yet? We'll have a little quick swing over there to have a look, see what's going on. And that's why I don't say nothing, lads, okay? Because if you asked me who was going to win that fight, no disrespect to Papi Gaucho, I would have said Mark Dev, okay? If you would have asked me, I would have said Mark Dev, and he lost. So please stop hassling us for our predictions.
Currently in the 4th round of his fight.
Alright, that's fine. We'll move on. Then. That's fine. No worries. So moving on, we will move on to the next fight on the card. It will be Jovi Rami versus Liam Kemure, and I booked this last week. I believe Kemure no-showed like a complete bum. Heard he was ducking Jovi Rami. Apparently he really didn't want to get a loss to Jovi Rami on his record, so apparently he has showed up here tonight. So it's going to be interesting to see if he can get this win up on Jovi Rami. But you know, this one here is going to be a great fight. Really look forward to this one.
This is an interesting fight for sure, right? We've seen both of these guys sort of make little runs and get good wins sort of so far in the NEC season, so I think it'll be interesting for sure.
This ain't leaving round 1. I didn't no-show. Liam Kemure, I didn't no-show. I told you in the morning wouldn't be home. Prove it didn't happen, mate. Never saw the message. Got to the fight and I was like, where's Liam? Must be ducking. Must have been ducking. Just watching an advert for some random reason. Liam Kemure trying to get the ad revenue. And Jovi Rami's won an 11-7 record here for Liam Kemure. And for me, this is going to be a great fight. This is going to be a great fight. I just think this is going to be beautiful. And these two are good to go. So we will head over there. Should be in fire checking Kemure's stream. I reckon Jovi ran too. You replied to the message. I didn't reply to the message. Hey, what's your take on Dirty Dave? Dirty Dave's a go, bro. I love Dirty Dave.
Well, Well, hopefully, if Joe Rami and Kenmore are both good to go, which they are.
Midday they were teammates. And Noel, love
Yair
Noel.
versus Aldo.
Noel's
This is an
got-
interesting fight.
Noel's
I mean,
got the second best beard in the community. Sorry, go on. Doc.
yeah, I mean, both of them kickboxers through and through in all parts of the game. Aldo's better on leg kicks, so I mean, if you're Yair, maybe not kick his legs due to the steel checks, but do if you want to nearly fuck up your legs is a very definite possibility.
The thing with Liam Kenmure, lads, is he has this combination. Yeah? He has the slip straight lead overhand into the spinning wheel kick, and I feel like if he gets it off in comp, he's gonna win KO of the season because it is such a beautiful spectacle to see him when he does it. When he does get it off, it's very very tough one. Oh, and a big slip hook on the uppercut there, done really well. But yeah, so definitely with these type of fighters, you could definitely see him coming for some sort of performance bonus tonight. And what do you think, Concept?
Maybe, man. This is going to be a striking match, right? We knew this before going in. That's why it's such an interesting fight. Because between the two, there's not going to be any wrestling going on. So it'll be interesting to see. Yair, of course, got crazy kicks. You know, good hands as well. And so a lot of creativity up to offer, basically. You know.
I'm not mad. I'm just confused. Why is he playing Yair in South?
I think he only fights in Southpaw.
Oh, okay.
Probably
Then
just that McGregor pick, man.
Fair enough. It's I don't understand how you get
Which
so
stance
used.
doesn't really matter too much.
No, it doesn't. But it does affect how the lead hand plays. So I suppose if you're used to fighting Southpaw versus Orthodox art, then you're used to knowing how your lead hand works. If not, then.
And at the same time, it opens up that rear body kick as well to do like a little bit more damage. So it's something that you might be sleeping on, you know.
But then you also get a
combos
good
from
basic
both of
combo
these.
of that lead hook doing more damage as well. So depends.
I mean, if you went into Orthodox, he's got the power of that switch kick, but then you've got that rear body kick by going into Southpaw as well.
The thing is with Jovi Rami,
also really good.
the thing with Jovi Rami is he does love these obscure picks. We have seen him get a win with Bobby Green against the Leech.
Bobby Green's killer. The man may have a level 1 jab, but he is killer.
We did see him get a big win against the Leech with Bobby Green, and he does go for these obscure picks. And not to forget, Jovi Rami was 0-3 at one point. Really, one of them guys as well that kept showing up, you know, and he's got himself back into I believe he's 4-5 now, something like that. But last week he did fight Blake Tyler, so
Bobby Green's got a worse jab than Maya. It's really sad.
But so far, these two front actually very good combos and some very good striking and a big flying knee there from Jovi Rami.
Jovi's kind of attacking that body. Beautiful body combos I've seen.
Bro, he's piecing his body up, bro.
Those rear body kicks, that switch kick, like in Orthodox now, like I said, it's paying off, man.
Kind of the way you want to play against Kenmore as well. He's all about engaging with the
and a big slip straight.
He reduced that gas tank. That switch kick now being used wonderfully as he's trying to come back here so far. It's looking like it's going to be Jovi Rami's fight to lose as he continues on. Slip straights, body straights, oh good lord. Another switch kick there, making that body flash. Come to the last 10 seconds of this round Concept, and it's difficult to see what adjustments Kenmore's going to have to make coming into the next round.
Yeah, he just needs to try and get a read, bro, 'cause I'm telling you, right, if he gets the read on one of those body shots and he hits him with an uppercut there, man, it could be lights out GG's just off that. So you need to make him a bit more scared of coming to that body, you know?
Guys, stop spreading false rumours. Pip, I will ban you, bro. Just talk to, if the guys are coming here from 1v1 me, bro, stop talking to them like fucking idiots. It's a close fight, both very good.
Yeah, no, both are very solid indeed. Joe Rami, though, definitely partner of the head health. No body kicks and doing some serious damage. And it's... Oh, head kick there, though.
Just sort of grazes him, though, that head kick, man. But the head health is not too much different. It's just this body work from Jovi Rami that's really
decent. And as you say that...
Man, this rear body kick out southpaw is beautiful. Can change stance. The kicks from Yair come out so quickly, and it's really punishing Kenmure, man.
We did see Jovi Rami though with this sort of lead against Kante, and we all remember what happened there. If I'm Kenmure, I'm just going to try and time like a flying knee or an uppercut as soon as he does go down to that body, as you were saying about making the reads. And Kenmure, even though his body health's that low, he's still got a little bit of stamina to still put a little bit of pressure on.
Yeah, but he needs to avoid another body rock at all costs, man, because
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
when you'll see it just rip apart.
Even there, as he dips out of the way of the strike, you can see Kemiel's stamina slowly drifting away.
And that body straight is doing a lot of that work as well with that one, but he gets the
Ooh, a
stun.
big rock.
Oh, the uppercut there, now managing to get the knockdown in payback. Kemiel now on the pace to really do something. Slip hook there, uppercut, ducks under. Gasses out, gets body stun, now
Body
going for
rock,
the
man.
strike.
That's tough, bro. So tough.
Kemiel realising he's...
reversal of the cage as well. He was back against cage, circled out, and then found a home for it.
Now Jovi's head health and block is not looking too great, man, and you know Kemiel might find something of an equaliser here, basically with that.
Yeah.
Kemiel wanted
whiffing like that, man.
Oh.
Jovi trying to go for something flashy.
Jovi going for it, nothing doing. Yeah, now it's gone.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think how his stamina was in about 30 seconds ago. I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's just like you got 1 minute left of this round, and you got to throw, but you can't throw too much.
And a beautiful combo, and he hits the body. No jump from Jovi Ramy. Still just slowly working down the body of Liam Kemiel. And very good performance so far from Jovi Ramy. Really just deep to that body and non-stops.
Well, play the game. He's played nicely. He was betting on the body work to outbeat the head work, and it happened. Aldo crumpling to the ground with that late body kick, doing all the damage there, and Joe Ramy takes gold.
That was sick from Jovi, man. I rate that.
That was a very, very good performance from Jovi Ramy. Absolutely beautiful from him. So congratulations to him. Commiserations to Kemiel. Kemiel would be back. He always comes back. But that was a great fight nonetheless. Great spectacle to watch. Moving on, we do have Winter versus Leon Stoles. Unless Fran is maybe here. Oh yeah, they're here. They're good to go. We'll go to Fran versus the Leech. Ladies and gentlemen. They are lobbied up and ready to go. This will be a great fight. Obviously, the Leech game, as anything, he took a short notice fight last week, as well as completing an unstreamed matchup that did make him 5-5. Fran, I've spoken to him a few times in the community of recently, and I do like him. I like his attitude. I think he's just going to be a solid competitor as he keeps playing the game a bit more. Leech maybe has the advantage here, but Fran looking to cause an upset, and this will be a great fight. So moving over to that, it will be a Robert Whittaker match.
Middleweight division, home of the 4 stars, home of the blandest fighters in existence. I will stand by that statement for the rest of the time, especially when it comes to UFC4. Whittaker kind of encapsulates that all, to be honest, concept. You've got to admit, he's so bland, he's good.
I mean, bro, I don't think he's bland at all, right? I mean, what would you say that makes him bland? I think the issue with middleweight is that Robert Whittaker
the most
is so
average
good.
fighter imaginable. Like he doesn't do one good. He's like a lesser Volkanovski. Volkanovski's got his leg kicks, he's got his wrestling, he's got good hands. Whittaker has all that, but he has all it in just with a bit of recovery and cardio, and a bit less anything else. He doesn't really have any subs either.
I don't know, man. I think that's kind of brave to say to a level of fire as good as Robert Whittaker, man. He's basically been cleaning out the division.
Oh no, I'm not saying he isn't good. I'm just saying middleweight is very bland. You have a bunch of bang average wrestlers coupled with an ogre, 2 good kickboxers, and Robert
Maybe it's
Whittaker.
just because him and Izzy are just levels above the rest of the division.
Very true. Just turns out everybody is basically a knockoff Sean Strickland. But there you go.
Maybe.
Quick flex there of what the guys are playing for this season. That is a signed glove from Conor McGregor. They can win this various ways. So if you are interested, make sure you do get yourself involved, as I do remove the white gloves. And these two are good to go as they lock in. It will be a Robert Whittaker mirror match. And I don't know, I kind of agree with Dog. Like, he's very bland, right? He's so good, but he's boring, right?
It's not an insult of his skill level or his personality. I'm more referring to the game here. He's just very bland, like the rest of the division. And with Izzy not being particularly that meta either, it just only adds to the blandness of it all.
It's just kind of dominates the division, to be honest, in terms of like a meta pick. I know what you're saying, but I think there is good counters too, Rob, if you can use the other fighters correctly. Like saying Israel isn't meta is just like a lack of knowledge on how to use a longer fighter, in my opinion.
Well, the issue is he suffers from that long person syndrome on the game, which is really fucking irritating. But hey, I mean, and if you're going to use Izzy, I would argue Pereira would be a better one. That powerful lead hook is very good at what it does. But to each their own. I mean, each individual fighter is definitely an accomplice in its own way. It's just middleweight.
Oh, a big rock there for Fran.
Oh,
Just as Leach is going for that body kick inside the punching range, it's really a bad idea to do that.
Yeah.
Fran makes him pay, man.
Big head kick from Fran. Hey, it is Fran knocking at the door. And for me, this would be a really big win for Fran. You know, like a lot of these guys coming new to the scene, and Fran's one of them as well. No mistake there, but I just feel like as things start heating up and we start going down to the final stretch of the season in the final 10 weeks, a lot of these guys had the first 10 weeks to get a lot of fights in. Really, a lot of the new guys meeting a different side of the community. You know, like the VFL, a lot of people ain't really in the VFL, you know, so I feel like the NEC, the Discord community is very mixed with skill level and things like that, so it's very good to see these guys making friends and, you know, all really coming together and developing their game. But as I say that, big rock from Leach, and
he needed that one, man.
He did need that one indeed, but like I say, yeah, it's very interesting to see in the final 10 weeks of this season how some of these fighters are really going to develop their game. And yeah, Leach levels this one up. Oh, and a big leg rock there from Fran. Oh, and a big rock straight back.
Beautiful
jab hook. But now Fran's got a target. You know, he loves kicking legs. It's hard to deny them sort of on that ping as well. And he's got a target for the rest of these 2 and a bit rounds that we got.
Is that my Discord, Lucky? Are you sure that's my Discord? That might be the other Discord. Big rock from Leach. Could be it. Could be a drop it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's huge. That's secured him around there, I'd say.
I don't think that is that Discord. I think that's the other Discord. Yeah, that's the NUGS Discord, bro. If someone wants to post the NEC Discord in it, yeah, that's a NUGS one. If someone wants to post a link in it, then I'd appreciate that. Yeah, that's on top.
Go look and check.
Yeah, I appreciate that, bro.
With round 1 out the way, we go into round 2. Round 2, typically the round where adjustments are made, decisions are made, and you kind of see how the course of the fight is going to go, who's leading so far. Both Robert Whitakers fairly even across the board. Did see a leg rock turned out into a stun straight afterwards though, so he's definitely showing his ability to counter even when hurt is on the table. But Fran coming out of here, getting the stun, digs down to that body afterwards. This man's looking just to continue on this pace and rampage.
This is a great fight, lads.
It is, man. Just kind of swinging.
That leg for Leach looking a little bit compromised, but we know how dangerous a Leach can be. We have seen it time and time again, and he does probably have these killers in his corner. The guys that he does normally train with, no idea who will be in Fran's corner for this one, but regardless of that, this is a very great, interesting fight as this one is panning out. And another big leg rock there from Fran as he does start to put his pressure on the Leach. And he hasn't really let off the whole fight, you know, just kind of marching forward, you know. Obviously, he's got a good awareness of when to engage, when not to engage, but really pressing Leach up against the cage and forcing him into that switch stance. But, you know, a lot of these guys can fight out of both, but the damage reduction might be the key to getting the winning. Oh, and another big rock from Fran.
Done there, doing fantastic job as he looks to come forward again. Fran's, I think as you mentioned, Jake, he just is not letting on his pace. He's marching forward. He doesn't give a damn about anything, and that is only helped by the fact he's worked Leach's leg here concept. So the power reduced entirely. So he just has all that advantage going into his favour now.
Yeah, exactly that. But, you know, Fran's sort of done a good job of cementing this round, but I still feel like he's rushing a little bit when he is entering the pocket. And getting hit by a couple of strikes by Leach, you know, and they're adding up. Like, you see his head health. It's not much better off, if any, than Leach right now. And like Jakey said, like, Leach is dangerous, man. All he needs is one combo, and that could be it.
Well, with Fran not discriminating to head, body or feet, obviously it's very interesting to see. Obviously Leach, a lot of stuns going in Fran's favour, but for me Leach does still have a bit of a head health advantage. As I say that though, another crack, and this could be a drop. Ooh, does survive there, maybe down to Whitaker's health stats there. But you know, before that moment, Leach did have a minor head health advantage, and you see his block absolutely shattered. I feel like if Leach wanted to get this one done, he could probably throw a 1-2 head kick.
If Leach got a big combo off, like, that's definitely a drop, and could lead to ground and pound sort of off that as well. So, I don't know. I feel like Leach needs to kind of ride this out, not make too many mistakes, get caught out.
Oh,
there he is again.
And for me,
at the end of the round.
For me, it's probably 2-0 to Fran.
Yeah, most likely. I mean, Fran so far has kind of led this side. Leach is trying to come back, but just the lack of power, the lack of anything substance being thrown towards him, being thrown towards Fran is limiting what Leach can actually do, especially with the lack of Leach isn't forcing mistakes and Fran's making sure not to get countered. I say that, he then proceeds to get stunned.
And a big takedown.
That's some
great.
good work.
It could be over.
This could be
God,
massive.
And it is.
Comes out of nowhere, getting the finish very quickly there, finding his own counter. Fran ducking down to the uppercut again, getting tossed onto his back, 2 elbows, and then it was lights out for Fran after dominating for 2 rounds there, it seems.
I don't know, I think that was 1-1 going into the third, man. I think we're forgetting Leach got a big drop at the end of the first round there. So it's definitely 1-1, and like I was saying, like, he needed that sort of like big combo because Fran's head health was not good and his block was not good. But it was pretty high IQ from him to go for that flip there from that position, man. You know, you get into side saddle from that, and he had a good opportunity to pack some damage. It's what won him the fight in the end of it.
Yeah, very unlucky for Fran. Good performance all round, but just, you know, all it takes is one moment with that head health and you know what it can be, and that will be exactly what I said there. Leach is always dangerous no matter what it is. And then a big takedown there, 2 elbows landed, and it was a straight posture up and a straight finish. Just a quick one, lads, before we move on to the next fight. Before we move on, lads, a lot of you guys curious about the fights and the fighters selected in the events, in the stakes matchups, and these guys moving forward. All you have to do is head over here to nugsau.org. It's made for the gamers, by the gamers, so make sure you are checking them out. They are, obviously, all these prizes are courtesy of Nugs AU, other than the headset. And the monitor that is courtesy of accolades, so big shout out to accolades, big shout out to Nugs AU. You can head over here, lads. You can head over to the event section of the website. You can check out the NEC, and obviously we have the NEC merch that you see JQB repping here today. Obviously very nice, very good prices. And if you are earning points, you are all earning points while being here, while being in my stream, so you can get some discounts off of that. So pretty good, pretty good. You can go here, you'll see the standing section where these are updated every Monday, and you can check the standings, right? So you'll go in here, you see Dirty Dave ranked number 8, okay, 16 points. He's got a bonus, you know, and he's against Noeta, ranked 21. So could that be where you decide who you back? You know, not too sure. You have Mark Dev here though, and you have Papi Gaucho. Where is Papi Gaucho? Papi Gaucho 28, and he did take out Mark Dev, who is 8 spots higher than him. Obviously Pablo G 17, Jakey B 14, you know, and you see him there. So, and then you can check all their 1v1me results. We do have all the 1v1me results here. Over on the side, we do have the midweek fixtures, but they haven't been updated, but that's fine. But you can check, you know, you see there Driz beating Jakey, Kezar, Frosty winning there, Pablo G losing, you know, you can go here to reference all the way from NEC3. So if you guys are trying to help and you're not really too sure who is the best and things like that, you can go here and it'll give you a little bit more idea. Also, you can head over to the NUGS AU YouTube and you can watch back these past events. So you see what here, NEC8. So just head to the NUGS channel, look for NEC8, and you can watch these matches back. You can watch Dirty Dave there, where he's lost against Pablo G, or you can go there and watch Noetta versus Mac, where he won that one, you know, at NEC7. So just make sure you can go check them out, do your own research and make your own decisions for yourself. Would recommend that highly. Also, while you are here, we do have the Call of Duty Championship 2v2 gun game, 200,000 NUGS AU on the line, and two 10 times two £10 gift cards available as well. Concept, we're going to see you here, or what? We're going to see the return of Carrie and
Call of Duty, man. It's been a while, bro. It's been a while. Might be some of my mates, but I don't know, man. I think Call of Duty, not too many people are sort of playing it right now, but of course, you know, get yourself involved. Even if you're not that competitive, it's not going to be a full sort of competitive scene, hopefully, like last time that we had. So
I don't know if they're coming.
still.
I don't know if anyone are coming, but still, make sure you check them out. If you are interested in Call of Duty as well, make sure, or your friends, make sure 7th of July at 7 PM BST, you can get involved there. So you can head over to the website, make sure you just sign up here, both competitors. Get involved, and yeah, also like I say, you can come over to the NEC here and check the rankings of all your favourite fighters. So moving on, ladies and gentlemen. So moving on, we do have Winter versus Leon Stoles. We do have 12 minutes until the next one, so we will get this one underway, and then we will move on to Dave Noetta probably. So if we just head over to the Discord. Winter versus Leon Stoles. For me, it's a good fight. 1-on-1 for Leon. Unsure of Winter's record, but regardless, it's going to be a good fight. If they are both here, not really seeing anything from either of them, to be fair. When I see the fight, I completely forgot they was even fighting. You know, when just two people are just so. That's what I mean. Just so quiet. Don't think either.
Oh man, we got enough boosts in the server now. I'm gonna start adding like little pictures and stuff next to like roles, man.
Yeah, I did a roll earlier, but I can only do it on desktop. Also, lads, what I quickly will say while we'll go to the full screen cam. It is here. It is the NUGS AU app, ladies and gentlemen. So you can head over to the App Store. Can't really see it because of the stuff, but it's a bit bright or whatever. But yeah, the NUGS AU app, you can get that available on the App Store and on Android on Google Store. So make sure you go over there, you can check that out. It's a lot easier to redeem all your points and stuff like that. So you can sign up on there. Yeah, it's just it's a lot easier to head to the app. So yeah, make sure you do go check that out on the App Store. King Official, thanks for the sub on the. Thanks for the sub there. T Withers, thanks for the follow. I will just quickly shout some of you guys out while we're waiting for this next one. God Ate My Pig, appreciate the follow there. Pigeon Scout, Tilo, Suave Jamie, Nathan, Driz, Aaron, Warbsy, Sean Corkery, Creasy, Jovi Rami, Theo, Pappy Gaucho, Bad Leech Baby, Mo Gotis, FF Smithy, Riverdale, Zimtrash, Dirty Dave, Evo Panda, Kesler, Pablo G, Benjami, Object, Intro, Mad Dog, Jaco5, Chub Naldinho, Open Names Only, Taz, Axledge, Lilo, all you guys, massively appreciate all the follows there. It does help us achieve what we are trying to do over this side, so thank you very much. Shogun as well, big up, love you Shogun, bro. Shogun, you know, I always see Shogun supporting, bro. He's always lurking. Big shout out to Shogun, man. So yeah, moving on, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you check out that app. Things are a lot easier. SCF MMA with a quick follow there. We'll shout out some of you guys in the next intermission. Sure. So moving on. Moving on. What did they say? Did they reply? Do you know what? Man said hi. Do you know what? Do you know what? Scrap the fight, bro. Can't be asked of it. Scrap the fight. Moving on, bro. Moving on, because man just said hi. Like, not even paying attention. Is that a grinder notification? It might have well have been. But even if it was, who gives a fuck? So carry on moving on. We will scrap that fight and that will end the prelims there, and we are moving on to Benjami versus Saliba. He is not here. Saliba is not here, so who was we going to put in? Getting sparked, lost. Anyone want it? Anyone want it? Benjamin? Kavalum? Oh yeah, Kavalum. Anyone want it? Anyone want it? What are you saying, Edwin, bro? Didn't see you. You're not following, bro. Well, you probably already are following. Shout out Edwin the Scott, bro. He's always backing on 12. Nah, Jalen, bro, you're not getting back in there. Anyone want the fight against Benjamin?
Go on, Doc.
Yeah, okay then. I can load up.
Doctor versus Benjamin. As long as we at Benjamin, you don't say hi. Benjamin. Fuck these guys. Just don't. So yeah, make sure you are checking out NUGS EU though, boys. Obviously the prizes.
I feel like I've been on mute.
You just said you said don't know.
Yeah, okay.
If he responds, then we will get this underway. While we are quickly here, lads. Quickly full screen camera. Just while I was flexing. This is why, guys, you need to support NUGS EU. I'm just going to show you. Why these two get a little bit up. There's a reason, lads.
If he responds. Oh yeah, he does. Cool, we're all good.
Alright, you two get leveled up. Let me know when you're good to go. Alright. So, lads, look, the UNC community is quite small. Yeah. Obviously, NEC, start of NEC. We're trying to support you guys. Obviously, the crypto project is great. I definitely recommend reading into it. It's a very good way to earn a passive income. Obviously, that is not financial advice. But, you know, we're trying to build smaller communities, you know. So even if you stream and you stream other games, things like that, then apply to be a NUGS streamer and you can benefit your small community also. But, you know, look, like, we've got a Conor McGregor signed glove here. Okay, it's not worth £1 million. But it's beautiful, you know. You see that there, Conor McGregor. A lot of people absolutely love him. It's a good incentive, you know, and that's supporting making people's dreams come true. And like, you know, sign a bit of merchandise just for playing the game. You ain't even got to be good. Do you know what I mean? You just got to show up. You know, we've got all these other great prizes here. You got your Rocky Funko Pop. You know, it's a great one there. You know, hang on. Obviously, we do have the HyperX wireless headset. It's a big one. It's a big one. It's a big one. You got a 24-inch curved gaming monitor. And of course, my favourite prize, the UFC 283 official poster in Portuguese from the Rio event of Figgy versus Moreno. You know, look at that, it's just beautiful. I don't know, it's like too big for my wall, bro. Size of it. But it's a sick prize, you know, just trying to make this a real esports, get people involved, you know. So like, follow, you know, redeem your points. Do the thing, bro. And there's obviously loads of many great prizes up for grabs as well. You've got the 1v1 me pot and all the other great prizes there. So yeah, man. If you want this to succeed, then just support NUGS as much as you can, man. It's literally half of the support. 75% of the support is free. You could even support 100%. You know, you can. Those white gloves are worth $1 million. Trust me. Hey, listen, if anyone, I'll add my signature to that if you want it. I'll sign that for you, man. I'll sign these. If you want these, I'll sign these. I'll sign whatever. Yeah. But we've got Miguel Almiron, immaculate card. Yeah. I won this off Pieface. You know Pieface?
Yeah.
I won that off Pieface, bro. So yeah, just make sure you are checking them out. So hopefully these guys, just get on, bro. It don't matter. It don't matter. Like, we've got guys going 0-7. People just competing, you know. It's all about just getting involved. It don't matter. White glove signed by JKB, bro. That's it. Right, moving on to the next fight. I'm assuming they're ready. Yeah. Just 4 minutes till the next fight anyway, for the next 1v1 fight. These two are good to go. These are good to go. So these two are good to go. Going to be a very good matchup. Rafael dos Anjos for Benjamín, I believe, is that Benjamín, and the Doctor Who with the Leon Edwards pick. So we do just have 3 minutes till the next 1v1 fight, so we'll go straight in after this. But nevertheless, these two guys are good to go. It's going to be a good fight concept.
Yeah, man, 100%. We know what Doc's like, bro. He just kind of wants to go in there and swing anymore. I don't even think he's too bothered about the wrestling or anything. So it's good to see. It's good to see. But yeah, super interesting.
Super interesting. There's some good work here already. Benjamín, you know, started off 3-0. Took a loss last week against Easy Work, but Easy Work obviously surging. He's one of them players that's just coming through, doing absolute wonders at the moment. And there is a clinch from Doc, maybe looking to take it down. But Benjamín, you know, really surprised me when I see him go 3-0 because he's like an unknown name, you know, doing really well for himself. But, you know, very good at fight night, so combat sports games could be good at, but Doctor Who taking it straight to the ground.
To maybe hold his position inside, big deny for him just to start it off. So.
Big deny for him. Does get side set up. Passes into side control.
Exactly, man. Just raining off elbows, bro. It's gonna be a long night if Doc keeps getting denials like this, man.
Another big denial.
Right here, bro.
Hey, good in right here.
It's looking rough.
Oh, it's looking like a long day for Benjamín.
Yeah, that's GG's, bro.
Oh, it's gonna be it.
Recovering from this, man.
That could be it.
Panic, bro. Panic. That's GG. Well played, Doc.
Wow.
Straight, quick trip onto the octagon, straight back to the commentary booth, man.
Very, very good performance there from Doc. Yeah.
Hi.
And you said last time, Doc, you said your wrestling, like we played the other day, and you said your wrestling was really rusty, but to me that didn't look rusty at all.
No, that didn't look rusty to me either. I don't know where that came from. Apparently, I come out with some random stuff.
So very, very big performance for the Doc, and I think you're sporting a good record yourself, Doc. Looking to string some wins together, but you don't really sign up. You know, you're one of these guys. You jump in the booth, and when there's a fight going, you take it, regardless who it is. So we always respect that. But yeah, moving on, we are in a little bit of a. There's 1 minute till the next 1v1, so we will quickly go into it. But very good performance for Doc nonetheless. Commiserations to Benjamín. Sure, he'll be back, dropping down to 3-2, but we'll still be back. So up next.
And now we've got Dave versus Noel.
Yeah. You're the GOAT, Benjamín, bro.
Yeah.
So, Dirty Dave versus Noel. Very good fight. Obviously, Dirty Dave, only 1 win so far, and that was against, was it Super? No, it wasn't Super Aaron. Who was the other guy? Who was the other guy that was talking? Yeah, he fought Dave in the first one. Was it Super Aaron?
I remember I put all my money on Dave, though. Can't remember who he fought.
It was the first event. Dave come out, he just dominated him. Sean, that's it. Sonic Sean. That was it.
Yeah.
That was it. Sonic Sean, yeah. And he's absolutely disappeared now. So he's going up against Noeta. Noeta 3-2. Took a loss against me. Took a loss against someone else very good. So, but both of these guys, ESFL competitors, top of their game. You know, obviously Dirty Dave, primetime MMA champion, things like that. These guys have done it all. Both at the ESFL live. Obviously, Dave is a scary man. You see him there on the left. But yeah, so it's going to be a very good fight. We'll quickly just head over to the rules. I don't know. That's Dave, bro. That's Dirty Dave. There's a reason they call him Dirty Dave, bro. So there's the rules, bro. There's the rules, guys. This will be a 3-round fight. There's a list of your banned submissions, banned exploits. You won't really see any from them. It will be mainly accidental if something does happen. But these guys, too, very some great integrity between these two gentlemen. So both at the top of their game. You know, one from KM, one from BFAP. Shout out BFAP. Yeah, so it's going to be a good fight nonetheless, and they are ready to go, and we will move over.
Apparently, Jakey, not Jakey, wrong person. Apparently, Winter and Leon are here.
Alright, they can go after this then. And then, yeah, these two are good to go. Peter Young mirror match, so we'll tell the tale. Dirty Dave, and that's what I mean. Dirty Dave not really had the best of starts. You know, he got that flash against Pablo G. Tough matchup against Suave, which is a very tough matchup. Yeah, so Dave free loss streak on the 1v1 side, looking to make that change here and get a big win here today.
Here we go. Touch of Gloves been starting off for the course of 3 rounds slow. Pace so far, switching stance, but that was not slow at all. Getting a stun early on, Dave. Already possibly down in the mud, but now Noetta, the one being on, putting the pressure on, does land that kick, doesn't quite land. Back. Having these two having a war. Jesus.
Absolute war. Big rock from Mr. Noetta already, and you got to think after a start like that, just reset. You know, get on your bike. You know, and this could be yeah, and he's really putting on the pressure here. Oh, Dave nearly gets that one ducked. But Mr. Noetta, really absolute beautiful start from him. But obviously Dirty Dave still very good and very dangerous at all times, you know. Dirty Dave. I took a round off Dirty Dave, and then the second one he held me in crucifix. So, yeah.
Exactly that. If anyone knows how to slow a match down and change the tempo of it right, it's Dirty Dave. He's got that wrestling equalizer. He's gone for the yarn pick, which I'm surprised about, because Dave does love a bit of Marab, you know? But
yeah, quick one, gents. So, Dirty Dave, red shorts, red tape around his gloves. Mr. Noetta, white shorts, blue tape around his gloves. If you are new here, a quick glimpse, top left, top right. It does say the character's name, and then it will briefly change to the gamer tag of the player. So you will see there now, Dirty Dave, top left, and Mr. Noetta in the blue. And that colour represents the colour around each fighter's gloves. If you are new here, and a big takedown from Dirty Dave, and a big takedown denial from Mr. Noetta.
And Dave was sort of teeing off just there, man. He landed some good combos there, and maybe put the fight slightly back into more of his advantage. So good work from Dave.
These two absolutely going 100 miles an hour, and a big slip from Noetta there. Does go to the body, and he's loving that head kick, and maybe need to be careful with that. You know, Dirty Dave obviously was flashed with a head kick from Pablo G, but you know, any more of them, and we'll start seeing the ducks coming out. But you know, good round from Mr. Noetta so far.
Again, both of these guys trying their damnedest in all possible ways to engage with each other. Noetta's the one who's been leading the fight so far, but Dave's happy to come back now, starting to put combos together where he can. But as I say that, Noetta gets a bit aggressive.
Oh.
Right, Dave. Yeah. Straight out of there. Man, I love both of these guys. I don't want to see either of them lose, man. It's tough.
Yeah, you know, two of these guys, some of them. Oh, and a big rock from Dirty Dave answering the call. Goes for the spear, don't get it. And beautiful takedown defense from Mr. Noetta. But Dirty Dave does equalise that. The spear not coming quite off for Dave, but you know, beautiful there. Going into the last 30 and really just throwing this round on his head. Maybe that gives Dave the round. Not too sure.
Maybe. And Dave's sort of teeing up, but this is super close, man. Like, I don't know which way this is going to end up. So. Really
Yeah, head health already in tatters for both gentlemen here. 10 seconds.
Slight body advantage though, and a slight stamina advantage as well. And sort of teeing up on Dave.
Oh!
Dave.
That was.
That is a close round, bro. That is a close round. A little check on the fight stats. He didn't even show it.
Wasn't even a quick check, to be honest. Just a little
to get back in there, man.
Very close round, but I'm going to edge it for Noetta.
Yeah.
I think so.
I think that little flurry at the end, but Dave starting off really aggressive. Oh, and a pull. Narrow mid. Oh, and these two just absolutely coming to kill. It could happen at any moment.
Scared about what's going to happen, because right they're going, they're going to land something absolutely insane on each other, trading shots in the pocket like nobody's business. Dave's head health is low. He goes for another takedown shot, doesn't quite get it.
Very good
Now we're
takedown,
back
mate.
onto the action on the feet, landing the straight cleanly, but
Ooh,
Noetta happy to
beautiful
engage.
straight.
Get stunned, a
Beautiful
spear!
And there it is.
Landing.
And Dave's been looking for that, right? You see it there on the first rock, does go there, goes for that spear, doesn't quite get it because it goes into a normal double leg and Noetta to get a takedown denial there. But straight back into half guard for Noetta, you know, just want to mitigate some damage, get back on the feet where you're doing your best work. But Dirty Dave, obviously, this is his bread and butter. This is where Dirty Dave is at his best, on the mat, killing that clock and trying to ride out this round.
But no, I'm not doing too bad defensively. You know, if you're in a bottom position, this is what you sort of want to do. Not rush at your chance to escape and, you know, slowly just build some GA, get into full guard.
If I'm Noetta, bro, I'll just sprawl, bro.
Maybe. But then it's like you're giving away a lot of body damage to a man who's maybe already won the round, you know, so it's tricky.
It's a tricky one for real, but I don't want to be here if I'm Noetta. I don't want to be here, but maybe Dirty Dave relying on that, going for that sprawl. You know, Dirty Dave's one of them players where he will get that sprawl denial. Like, he does have them crazy good denials. So maybe going for that and giving up the full guard here. And a stack, and this could be dangerous from Dirty Dave.
Yeah.
And he does wait as well, which we see there, and he does go straight back into full guard. And this is what I'm saying, Noetta's back hit the mat over a minute ago and not really looked like getting back to his feet.
Yeah, well, the biggest difference is so far since we've entered onto the mat is the fact that Noetta's head health is now non-stop blinking at all occasions. A couple of punches and it's already at that blinking point. Even in that up, that does well for Dave.
Reversal there from Noetta. It just catches Dave off guard, man. And I think Noetta's going to try and stand it up here, man.
Momentum transition though coming through. Dave, a high-level grappler, knowing that transition like the back of his hand, able to get back into this full guard position. It's very neutral. So when they grab your back, you can then just go into full guard again.
Left or right, does it matter or not?
It does matter. It's not the one where you would typically go in top mount. It's the other one. So it's not with the seatbelt, but grip, I suppose.
Knee on belly denied from Noetta, working his way back to full guard. Dirty Dave goes to posture. Noetta maybe looking to get back to his feet, but he does sweep Dirty Dave, but with only 20 left on the clock, yeah, it's not really going to be much, and Dave goes to sprawl, and that will be the end of this round. Pulls him back to half guard.
And
1-1 maybe.
Yeah,
1-1 maybe, yeah.
1-1, maybe 2-0, who knows, right? But this is super interesting. It's going to be really
Will we
close
go
in
to
this third round,
decision? Maybe, but will Dave be the cause of it? Probably. I don't think Noetta wants to go to decision. The man's looking to put on a war and a half so far, and that's what he's done. Both of their heads health are very close to blinking. Lack of body work by one of these guys means their stam is quite high. That head kick trying to take Dave's head off, but just about not managing to it. And so far, these two still wanting to gauge in a brawl, even after two rounds of war. And a spear!
And another spear. And last round, we did see Noetta not really get back to his feet from this position. Dirty Dave here again with a beautiful spear.
Full guard, sorry.
Straight back to full guard, needs to work it. Do you see there? Dirty Dave does posture up.
Decision Dave coming out in all its mighty. He wants to win, he wants to get it, and this is the game plan he's going to implement, it seems. Holding this full guard, try to work himself into half guard. If not, he was just going to posture up, spend a bit of time here, have some fun. That's a brilliant reversal.
That is very good. And for me, if you know it, you need to get back to your feet here, because Dave's going to flip you again, bro. Even an
armbar instead.
Dave looking to kill the clock.
Yeah, maybe, but you do end up with a dominant position. If you can get the slam here, you know, you end up in side control, which I will definitely take.
I think Dave will get it. I reckon Dave will get it. He gives it up, but he cancels it.
Risk getting slammed.
Yeah, no, if I'm the way, I'm posturing now again up, and he does.
And there we go, straight up, and now you got to pour it on right.
Yeah, because Dave can't get you down here, and so unless you get stunned, so that's kind of your issue really. If Noetta's clever, he needs to be very much on the counter foot, but because Dave knows he's winning the round, a spear comes out, and this is, I think this is going to be Dave's game plan.
If you know, maybe stop pre-denying those.
As soon as you get rocked, just hold low block. It's tough though, because it's tough because one headshot and you're dead. So it is very tough. But Mr. Noetta has still a little bit of lag here. But Dave does posture up, and maybe we do see Dirty Dave going back to a decision.
Again,
And he's straight back to his feet.
Guard, man.
Minute 30 left on the clock for Mr. Novetta.
Noetta's head health is absolutely shattered though, and I hope he's scared to engage, but he's trying. That's spear! Oh my god, Dave, this isn't WWE, it's UFC. You're meant to knock each other out.
But this will get Novetta back to his feet with maybe about 40 seconds left on the clock. He can ride this one out, give up this body damage, and then look to absolutely just throw the kitchen sink. And Dirty Dave's head health low enough. There is a good denial there from Mr. Novetta, and this one will stand up maybe in the next 5 seconds.
Exactly that. Man, Novetta, bro, back fist, spinning elbows, 1-1-2.
No. Novetta, bro.
Backside, pot, no, full guard.
That's gonna
Novetta
be it now.
just front.
That's going to be it.
That's it, yeah.
Will the judges
Oh,
score
but he goes
this?
for the stack. Maybe going for late finishes, Dave. Oh,
Nope.
man.
And a good slip from Mr. Novetta. And you do have to think that will be a 29-28 decision.
Front kick just at the end, nearly trying.
And that was a great fight, though. That was a great fight.
It's a banger.
Slow start from Dirty Dave.
Coming out tonight, it seems.
We've seen crazier things, lads.
So there's one realistic thing about this game. It is the judges. Will they score it into the favour of Dave? Will they score it into the favour of Novetta? Let's find out.
29-28. Dirty Dave. Dirty Dave gets it done. 29-28. Novetta taking that first round against Dirty Dave, and then ultimately Dave coming back into that fight. Very great fight. Very closely contested. Very good fight there from both gentlemen. But Dirty Dave does get it done. Very great fight, gentlemen. Very great fight. So moving on. So great performance from Dirty Dave. We will quickly go back to Winter versus Leon. Then we'll go with Combine versus Nathan.
I think both of them do. Interestingly, earlier we had an issue about not having a stream. Now we do. Winter was apparently streaming, but Leon's now streaming. So.
Leon's. So these guys not showing, puts a little bit behind. So if they could we will go straight into it. Winter Jay versus Leon Styles. This will be a very good fight. Winter obviously just absolutely making a stellar name for himself as a recent, making a brilliant run in prime time. Ultimately fell short at the title shot, winning the title in the VFL as well. So he's making a brilliant name for himself. He's doing really well, but Leon obviously part of that B3 camp, absolute veterans competing in the ESFL seasons and things like that. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this one goes. First time I believe these two have ever matched up, so it's going to be interesting. You know, we did see Leon go for who was it? Sadiq Yusuf. Yeah. He went Sadiq Yusuf and fell short and took an early loss, and then did come back and beat Mr. Pip last week to get himself back to 1-1. Although Winter J did take a loss last week against Bossman, that is not a loss to be frowned about, and he does come out here and look to improve on that one. So here they go. These guys are good to go.
And maybe Leon looking back from past mistakes and gone for a more meta pick here this week, right? Justin Poirier, maybe the best fighter in the lightweight division. Just that so much.
So, touch of gloves between these two gentlemen. We have Alexander Volkanovski for Winter J and Leon Styles sporting this 4-star. Is this featherweight?
No, this will be
lightweight.
Yeah.
You never know. With the Sadiq Yusuf pick, you never know if bro's going to do that. Yeah. You know.
Well, here we are though. Dustin Poirier, very good, established everywhere, good kicks. Same as Volkanovski. Volkanovski probably got slightly better health stats, I believe.
I think Dustin's got the better health stats there.
Does he? Right.
I'm not sure. Volkanovski just nuts, so bro. You already see there the block.
Oh my god!
Bro!
Oh my god,
Bro, that's GG, bro. That's KO of the night, bro. That's GG. See you later, bro. Whoa!
I heard bro.
Bro. Listen. If you submit your clips, yeah. If I don't say bro, it don't count. It's not a good clip. But bro, spark at it clean.
I don't know what's better, that or the front kick.
That was quicker.
That was just insane.
That was quicker, surely.
Didn't even expect expect it. It's such a crazy flash, man. Even when you do go for like a body uppercut, like.
It's a tough way to go, man. It's a tough way to go. It's a tough way to go for Winter J, but he will be back, and that was a fucking beautiful finish there for Leon there, with the dust in the diamond boy. And you got to think, like, even his stats is what, 97 accuracy, I think that is, 97, 98. Yeah, something like that, and that is out cold. Beautiful timing there from Leon Stolz. That does get us back on track with a very fast finish there. Beautiful, beautiful. Moving on, we do have Kavalem versus Sultan Pepe. This one's going to be pretty interesting. And they are good to go. We'll just keep burning through these letters. It is a quick, bit of a bigger fight card than usual, giving all these guys an opportunity to perform on the live shows. 2-1 record here between these two gentlemen that I'm seeing. Straight over. Love to see win or lose. Me, man, that'd be content. It's a tough one, bro. It's a tough one to take on. If I went down in 1v1 like that, I'm dead.
I'd be crying if that happened to me.
But
not much you can do, really.
Yeah, it's one of the many risks going for the body, right?
Yeah, 100%.
You know, you go to the body, that does happen. I've had it happen to me. I've done it before, you know, where you just throw that one uppercut and it's done.
Yeah, bro, swings and roundabouts, you know, works for you, works against you, not much you can do.
Was out for Yep, so moving on, we do have Sultan Pepe versus Kavalem. Sultan Pepe trying to make a name for himself. Kavalem a bit more established, you know, beat me in 1v1 the other day. Very good competitor. I do rate Kavalem. Just struggles a little bit in the wrestling department, I'd say. And that is Sultan Pepe's bread and butter, but will he go to that? Not too sure.
Absolutely cleaning that with a knockdown very effectively, putting on a very good job. Early start goes in the favour of Whittaker, especially you can get against a Robbie Lawler, just cause utter havoc.
Almost a double drop there, that's crazy.
Sultan Pepe, one of these guys, you know, he is good. He is a good player. You know, he was a student of Warbsy before he really got involved in the game. Warbsy took him under his wing, showed him a little bit about the game. So if he does win that, obviously Warbsy's a sick coach. Shout out Warbsy. But I did see him in a primetime fight, and he was against a very tough opponent. Can't remember who it was. I think he was on the commentary dock. But he did get a win there, and it was a beautiful performance from him. So he is no slouch. You know what I mean? You do see there with that combo. Even there, that he hits it again, bro. Like, yeah, 3 times, bro. And showing that he is no slouch. Maybe just a little bit inconsistent.
He's started the pace, and he just has not stopped.
Yeah, just continued, bro. And Kavalem maybe under a bit of pressure here, maybe not working to the best of his abilities after a couple of early rocks, right? So he needs to try and find his flow.
And he's just throwing as well. He's not even like doing this boring methodical approach. He's just throwing, bro. And tough Kavalem.
Maybe. I mean, if I'm Kavalem here, I'm trying not to lead too combo heavy, not let myself get cowed, and sort of keep it 1 and 2 shot combos, you know.
And what if you're Sultan Pepe here and you've built this established lead?
Honestly, like that.
All about just continuing the pace, just keep.
Does get stacked.
Let him get stacked, bro. That's tough.
But straight back to feet on hips and straight back to his feet of Kavalem, and this will be a great comeback if Kavalem can pull this one off. But so far, Sultan Pepe leading the dance, and the more that these strikes land, is going to be getting a bit longer.
A bit of head movement there by Kavalem, having some success dodging the shots, but that's what he needed. He finally gets it, getting the.
He does get a drop. An up kick does save him. 2 right, no. So am I. You've just been dropped 5 times. You're not jumping on that big side step.
I'm not jumping on that, bro, because I know the up kick's coming, man.
Oh!
Drop. Oh, bro, that's rough, man.
So
seems like everything's Sultan Pepe's doing is rocking Kavalem right now. And
yeah.
Tough, bro.
Oh, fucking hell.
And that could be it.
Now going for the backside. Oh, this is a lot of damage in the. And he gets it.
And he gets it done. Right, now we're talking about. Yeah, Kavalem loves a rage quit, bro. I told him to stop doing that, bro. Kavalem, bro. Stop fucking doing that. What's wrong with you? Keep fucking rage quitting. Ruining my shit. Ruining fucking. Let Sultan Pepe dance around the ring with his hand up like this. Come on, man. But fuck, Jesus Christ, what a performance! maybe arguing performance of the night there against Papi Gaucho, maybe.
He didn't make a wrong step.
He did get rocked once.
He got dropped,
One.
bro. He got
Oh,
dropped.
true, but he started.
Yeah.
He came
No, that
forward
was just
non-stop.
So it's so tough to play when you give like a rock early, all the momentum sort of swings in the favour of the person that got it, you know, and it just feels like they can't miss, and it feels like everything you're throwing is just not landing. And, you know, it's a really tough situation for Cavallo, but a beautiful performance by Salt and Pepper.
Very beautiful performance indeed. That will be a big one going down in his history books there for Salt and Pepper. Great performance. I really thought that was well worked. Matchmaking that one, I thought, bit of an underdog there, bit of a tough fight for him, you know, against Cavallo. You know, Cavallo just beat me, you know, great form, great player, and then coming out there and doing that to him, yeah, you should be very proud of yourself there, Nathan. Very, very good performance. Moving on, one of my most disliked fighters on the roster, Jack 17, and the other most disliked fighter on the roster, Webbo. So, yeah. This should be a fun fight.
The Cheeser versus the Cheeser.
Yeah, the Cheeser versus the not trying to be a Cheeser anymore.
Yeah, I was going to say, Jack 17 choice with the knee elbow still uses them less, according to himself. Others disagree that maybe their use is still quite heavy. So, you'll get to him fight live. You'll get to see if that's still the case. We saw his younger brother compete earlier on in this card of Jack 13. Like, I don't know if they're related, but I'm going to say they're related.
I don't think so,
just for the fact that it's Jack 17,
Thanks,
Jack 13. Congratulations. Webbo is a man who is happy to shoot a takedown on you and just hold you there. Like, he will play in the most boring, perturbative, non-stop way possible and irritate you. He will get you down in any way possible. You know Pit, you know Nightfall. He'll do the same, but in this case, Webbo doesn't want to be that person anymore. He's developed, would you believe? This is what happens when you have fighters. They grow, they develop, they learn, and they get into different inquiries. In this case, Webbo wants to become a striker. Last time I saw him out, I'm pretty sure he got subbed. So, if you can that tells you how well.
Last week he got knocked.
I don't think he got subbed.
Oh yeah, last time.
But
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. So the last time I saw him compete within a league fight, which I think was VFL, he got submitted by I think Jovi of all people. So.
Oh, yeah.
But regardless of what I said earlier, these two good competitors. All jokes aside, they are fun. Looking at this one on paper, it is a good matchup. It is a very fun matchup. Obviously, Webbo probably a little bit of the underdog in this matchup. Obviously, Jack 17. Yeah, Peter Yan for Jack 17. Going to be tough. It's going to be interesting to see how these guys approach this one, right? Whether it's going to be cheesy or not. Bow of respect there. What's going on with Aldo, bro? Why is he green, bro?
Why is his head green?
Man's got aimbot on.
Okay.
It's the first time I've seen that.
They're both green.
Okay, is it Jack 17's stream? Is it?
Maybe.
Might be that Cronus.
Doesn't like.
Input cheats.
That Cronus.
Planted into Aldo's head.
Striking cheats, bro. Oh, the big defense from Webbo, man. So
Is that fucking Cronus? Is that fucking green shit? That's very nice though from Webbo there with that body kick. But these two opening up, I'll say this will probably be a quite close fight. You know, it's going to be interesting to see if any of these go to the ground first and maybe shoot the takedown. But Webbo quite savvy to.
Well, you say that.
And a big suplex.
Takedown attempt there.
Yeah, nice defense from Webbo though, looking to keep the fight standing. And is this just like sort of a thing where when two cheeses match up against each other, it just becomes a striking fight? Is that what it is?
I think it's the green stuff.
Chat saying is Cronus, lads.
Chat saying it's Cronus.
Who's streaming? Jack.
It's like he's a robot or something, bro. Like,
What the fuck is up with his head? It's actually bothering me. That is.
I don't think it's Cronus though, man.
No.
No,
It might
it's
be.
just the game being a buggy mess. That's what it is.
To be fair, before they went in, the character fighters didn't load either.
Oh, so it's probably halfway then. Joyful.
Oh, and a big pull elbow there from Webbo.
Actually talking
slip
about
hook.
fire.
Yeah, I know, that's what I was thinking. Lead overhand into a rear overhand. Jack 17
That's a
goes straight for the back to the body. But you know, it's good to see this side of Webbo. You know, really trying to develop as a fighter, and to be fair to him, all the cheesy stuff we have all done. You know, like well, not all of us, but majority of us. You know, and a big Oso, yeah,
17.
and a big Oso trip. But I used to do it. You know, I used to be a little bit cheesy, and then found my way with the striking. And it seems like Webbo's trying to do the same. So it's going to be interesting. Someone said it's confetti.
Confetti.
It looks like he's got dandruff and no hair.
What? Is it also on his like hip area?
Yeah, it's blue there.
Jack 17 did
Yeah.
good body work so far, man. So a couple cheeky knees, you know. Wouldn't go and miss right now.
I mean, both of them staying fairly well paced with each other. Aldo definitely suffering a bit in the cardio issues.
Ooh,
Oh,
big
bloody
side-
No,
hell.
that could be it.
That could be it. Now going to the
Don't
ground.
think so. Not quite.
Could have been, but the strikes getting avoided that early on. It just meant he's had enough head health recovered and he's sorted.
Nah, he's streaming from his Xbox, surely.
Yeah.
30 FPS, isn't it? Well, yeah, it's 30 FPS.
Well then.
Or 60 FPS, whatever it is. It's not 120. The super high definition one. It's usually when you're streaming off PC, right? Jack 17 winning that first round. Long way back for Mr. No Hope Webbo. And here it comes.
Oh, no. And the elbows. Webbo's now shooting takedowns.
Yeah, we've had a round of it now.
Oh,
the big spin elbow from Jack.
Oh,
Body rock.
Oh.
That's rough.
Oh.
Big catch there from Webbo, man. That's
Very good catch.
And takedown.
And he gets the cage takedown. But what can he do with it in a position like this? You got no stamina jumping into side control, you know, like.
It's Webbo. He'll find a way.
No,
Not
but you
question.
know, like when you're coming up against another fellow cheeser, you know, they know they're well versed in the arts. You know what I'm saying, man?
Yeah,
They know what to avoid doing because they do it themselves. But big deny there from Webbo. Decent.
Yeah. Well,
Big
Webbo's
denial.
also one of the people who I know here who will just do an undeniable crucifix for the sheer hell of it. Like that is Webbo's entire style. Working the oh, that's impressive. That managed to get on. Now we get to see a good range of the green on Aldo's head as Jan tries to work out if he wants to do the up or to the side or down below.
Ooh, but a reversal from Jack against the cage, man. Nice. Gets it tonight.
And a big denial.
Got come
Oh,
on.
it's a long day. No.
He could go for crucifix if he wanted to, but I mean,
He could have done after that second denial, but I think
Yeah.
he just thinks he can hold this position.
Patience from Jack 17.
if I'm Jackson, I'm getting back up. Like Webbo's a wrestler
Yeah,
at
he's
heart.
not got the
Like
stamina, bro, to continue really. Like, even if he does get a rock, can he get a drop off it? You know, when you've got stamina to slow. So
yeah, I think even on the feet, I mean, he definitely allows Burr back into the game, but I think it's a safer idea than just being stuck in with his half guard as he does go into the sprawl, working that body. If you're Jack 17, you've got to be careful how much stamina you're wasting because you just do it too much and you're going to run into issues. But also there's a lot of body damage, so it's kind of a double-edged sword here.
what it does, you know, when you're just spamming them like that, it opens up the transition. You know, you're not letting your stamina recover, and that's why Webber's got side control here.
Lovely deny.
I'd love to have a daft choke from that position there.
Yeah, if the Darts was actually good in this game, that's
Yeah. I don't think I've ever got one, even from right now when you drop them into backside.
Yeah, I've got a Japanese necktie once or twice, but that's about it.
Mate, I've never got a choke sub in this entire game. I've never got a single one.
Skill issue, bro.
But I'm so bad at it. I don't even understand.
Sprawl gillies are your best bet, honestly.
I've
Look.
just never practiced them, to be fair.
Looks like a Minecraft sticker.
And there has Dan Draft, the Minecraft sticker stuck to his head, and he's got something on his hip. I mean,
I would like to see, like, introduction of a... Look, on the back of his head, tell me that ain't a Minecraft sticker, bro. I would like to see, like, the introduction of attires and skins for these fighters. You know, it would be really cool. You know, you could get, like, an epic skin.
Oh, now Webber's just, yeah.
Oh, and it's going to be a long day.
A lot of it, maybe.
Big sidestep.
Yeah, you got to think it all came from that one mistake.
Oh.
Mistakes are piling up. Jack, good enough to win the position from this position in the fight, man.
So, you want us to try again? Win the fight for this position.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, something like that.
Bro, so high he threw his cereal on his bed instead of his phone. But Jack 17 looking like this is going to be an easy route to victory in this last round.
It does seem to be. The stamina's nearly as low as the word stamina. He's having fun. Is he going for another takedown? The man's
so gassed off that, man. Like, it's that one spinning body kick, bro. Sealed Webbo's fate, man. I'm telling you, right?
For sure.
Yeah. Oh.
Now Jack throwing 4 pieces. Yeah, not even going to be able to hurt Jan, man. That force of nature perk in full effect right now as well.
If I'm Webbo, moral victory, I take it to a decision so I don't get 3 points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real talk. Just lay there.
And a big drop. Yeah, just lay there.
Oh, Craig, yeah.
This is not going to last much longer, surely. One more combination from Jack 17 and this one will probably be over. Big T pushes him down.
I feel like Webbo's stubborn enough to survive. I'm not too sure. Because...
Oh, but those body... That's probably GG's.
Oh,
and he's going for the finish.
Go up.
That could have been
yeah.
Stamina is now
If I'm
lower
Jack
than
17 here, man, I'm going for a knee elbow finish just for the culture, you know?
Yeah.
Just for the culture.
Yeah.
I might ban the elbow.
Is it? The elbow spam. I'm more than 3 death kicks in 1 round as well, bro.
No.
Oh.
And Jack 17 gets it done with a beautiful performance on Webbo. Started out a little bit even, but eventually did run away with it there. And as Concept said, probably the knee elbow that sealed his fate there.
No, it's the spinning body kick sealed his fate, man. The second round there, it's tough.
So,
Tough.
moving on, ladies and gentlemen.
But I rated that from Webbo, man. I have to say, tried to keep it standing. Did try and resort to some form of, grappling, maybe a bit cheese, but, if you ever need some striking tips, just hit up Jakey B. He's your guy.
Come on, bro. Hit me up. Moving on to the next fight. My favourite fighter, Mad X Dog. What a player he is, by the way, lads. He's a great fighter. Last week with an absolutely stellar performance on his debut against EK Declan. I see him now. He's been in the chat all night. What a guy. Love people like this around, and he's going against Pigeon Scout. Both of these guys 1-0, I believe, or Pigeon Scout might be 2-0. I think this is a very good fight for both of them. Pigeon Scout, a chance to maybe derail the hype train, and a chance for Mad Dog to really start putting his name on the map, and showing why people are starting to respect him.
Exactly that. And I think Mad Dog had a really good performance last week against Benjamin, I believe. Just sort of kept it clean all the way through. But, Pigeon Scout, definitely no slouch in there, right? Definitely made improvements himself, especially in the striking game. So, be interesting to see. I think this one is a featherweight matchup, I believe.
Yeah, currently staring at Mad Dog as Volkanovski, Mr. Feral Pigeon as McGregor. Pigeon is feral beyond belief, this man. I've never met someone more insane. But hey, he's a good fighter. He knows how to strike. He knows how to grapple when he can do. Does get a bit abusive on the odd occasion, but it's Pigeon. What else do you expect? He's a literal pigeon. Should be a fun one.
So yeah, I think it was Pigeon Scout. Who did Pigeon Scout beat? Slink. Pigeon Scout beat Slink. A lot of people were saying about Pigeon Scout, saying why is he in this fight and things like that. And he did really prove why he deserved to be in there. And yeah, Mad Dog making a debut against a long-time veteran, EK Declan, getting a very good win there as well. And he made a really good TikTok clip that I did enjoy. So hopefully looking for another one today. But 1-0 record for Mad Dog. Not sure where that come from. Possibly OWC. Maybe a competition somewhere other than the NEC. Who knows? But these guys are underway, and there will be no love lost in this matchup.
Absolutely not. And let's see if Pigeon can maybe showcase some of his skills. Mad Dog coming in here slightly hyped after a really good performance last week. Really tough matchup here as well.
Yeah, very tough.
That rear body
lead
hook.
hook straights. A lot of lead hook straights from Mad Dog so far.
Oh, that's nice. And we do see him there. He's putting the pressure on this Conor McGregor, targeting the body, big spinning back fist there, and he is probably doing the better work so far in this opening minute of the fight. Some good slips coming off, but Pigeon Scout opening up there with a lovely combo that does register off of Mad Dog's dome. I'm a little bit behind, I think. Oh, big rock there from Pigeon Scout. I am a little bit behind.
I think Doc's just ahead, bro.
I don't know
Doc's
how I end
just-
up ahead.
Wi-Fi's
It's
on.
weird.
Wi-Fi's on overdrive. Maybe give it a quick refresh of the tab.
Doc's just in line. Doc's in 2024, bro.
Trust me, bro.
It is a bit insane.
But these two just absolute pressure all the way down the.
Oh,
Another big drop from Pigeon.
Huge. And it's just that McGregor power.
Oh, that could be it.
No. If you can defend some of these shots, it's hard, man. Side control is a hard position to finish, and see if the Pigeon takes the ground position. Yeah.
I don't know which shots are which when it comes to Neon Beverly, to be honest. It is a weird animation to do, like Pigeon so far
Really
having the.
tough. I think the only thing that you can really do to try and predict is a lot of people will like instantly stick their hand out first, and then to go for a straight little insider tip.
Little insider tip there from Concept. And a big denial from Pigeon Scout as he works the body, looks to pass straight back into side saddle. And this is the interesting thing with these sort of newer players on the scene, is testing their grappling. You know, can they grapple, can they wrestle? Obviously, Pigeon Scout been around a lot longer. So as we were saying about Sean Corkery against Tilo earlier, you know, been around the system longer, don't necessarily need to be a good grappler to hold a ground position against someone sort of newer to it, but does find himself there straight into backside and rolls straight through to full guard, looking to get back to his feet. And
Nice.
straight out from Pigeon.
Pigeon gets that into half guard as well. And Pigeon just looking to secure this round, I think, here, man. Not trying not take any more damage because he was eating a few shots. Got, you know, some nice counters or some nice, you know, sort of check sort of hooks there with McGregor as well.
Does roll into mount.
Gets the posture up. as well.
Postures.
So a couple of really good punches, man.
Oh, and he's out, bro. He's out, bro.
GG,
And
well played,
Pigeon.
Pigeon.
And Pigeon answering the calls, bro. Big performance last week against Slink. Big performance here against Mad Dog. And 3-0, I think that takes him. And he's going to start seeing these co-main event slots and these main event slots real soon. Yeah, man. Very good performance from him. Commiserations to Mad Dog. Dropping to one-on-one. But very good performance there. And yeah. Ground and pound, Conor McGregor. What's the time? 6 minutes.
Coming up for half.
Yeah, we're going to go with 1v1 then.
So, with that being said then, Keza versus Frosty MMA is next on the books. After that, we'll be going to Easy Work, and then we'll finish up on the main event of this evening. Keza's currently just scrolling through the menu. You think Keza? I'm currently watching his stream, and if he hasn't set this up, I think Keza may have stick drift.
Yeah, probably.
So, you know, that's why you're competing for the prizes, right? One of them's a new controller, boys. So,
Yeah.
some stick drift, get yourself competing.
So I'm currently just looking at his stream, and it's just rolling.
So, moving on to our next 1v1 fight of the evening is Kezalar versus Frosty MMA. And this is a great fight, you know. Kezalar only lost 2 of about 6 or 7 of his 1v1 fights, winning. He's won 4, lost 2. Obviously, lost coming against me, and the other loss coming against Warbsy. So, yeah, struggling a bit with the B-Fat boys, but other than that, taking off everyone else's head. And Frosty MMA, 4 played, 3 wins, slightly higher win percentage for him at 75%. Both of these guys have a 100% win rate as an underdog. This is going to be a great fight. Both Robert Whitakers. It's going to be very interesting to see. Seeing Kezalar coming in a lot wrestle heavy the last few times out. So it's going to be very interesting to see if he does approach with that sort of game plan against Frosty, who we did see put on a brilliant wrestling performance against against Tricky Swifts, which is not easy to do. We'll have a little look up next at their beautiful faces. So there they are, 6-2 for King Kezalar and 7-2 for the sensation that is Frosty MMA. I can't lie, Frosty MMA, I'm a big fan. You know, I like his attitude. To me, he's only really been in this sort of comp setting for me for about, what, 6 months? Max, maybe. And he's come on the scene, he's beat Ed, he beat me, he beat Dave, he beat Trixie, you know, he's a killer, bro, and he's a nice guy. You know, he's not a knobhead, and you see a lot of these guys, they come to the scene and they start winning, they have a little bit of an ego, you know, they talk a lot of stuff, but not Frosty MMA, bro. Frosty MMA, very humble guy, very good competitor. I've got a lot of respect for him.
Week in, week out, bro. He's always competing, whether that's in NEC, you know, prime time, wherever, bro. He's competing every single week, and you gotta love to see it, man.
Yeah, definitely. There is a prize, lads, for the fighter of the season. This is not necessarily the most dominant fighter. It's kind of the guy that you think's exceeding expectations, coming in, doing really well. Could be regarded in some dominant fashion, but just all round the fighter of the season. And Frosty MMA, so far, 10 events in, it's definitely on my shortlist of nominees for that category. But Kezalar, nonetheless, obviously very, very good performances this season, beating Zenio, beating NAS UFC, started the whole downfall of NAS, sent NAS onto a 4-loss losing streak, ultimately leading to him getting a Cronus and getting himself banned. Crazy scenes. That maybe that is the Kezalar effect. Obviously Kezalar, veteran, been here a while, been in this situation a few times, so it's going to be a great fight. I'm very excited for this one. Go straight into the rules. So this is a 3-round fight, ladies and gentlemen. There is a banned submission list, there's a banned exploit list. No matter how minimal, it will result in an immediate ban. So make sure you are not doing that. Let's have a little look. Yeah, all good. Going into this one, Frosty is a big favourite. Keza, like, good money here.
Well, Keza does seem to have like an odd sort of stick drift, so it does look like he may end up just be... He's being forced into using Robert Whittaker in black shorts by the looks of it.
Mr. Pip, thanks for the follow.
No choice in the matter.
Dirty D, thanks for the follow. Kavilan, thanks for the follow. Winner J, thanks for the follow. Gerard, thanks for the follow. Viva Celtic FC, thanks for the follow. Fadanator, thanks for the follow. Viva Celtic FC, that's Aaron X, right? Pay me my 20 quid you owe me and you can come back in the server. Sure.
What, he owes you 20 quid?
Yeah, he owes 20 quid.
For what, bro?
Because he lost a wager to Dirty Dave, bro, never paid. Little rat.
Swear.
Pay me my 20, bro. You can come back. Yeah, so 40 seconds until these guys are good to go, and then we will quickly head over there and do that. But nevertheless, great fight. Kezalar definitely got some stick drift issues here. Or you never know, maybe he's just sitting on the controller.
Maybe.
Seen it happen before. Sitting at 150 MS. A good game fight. The winner of this fight will most likely be fighting for the title next week, as you see these guys showing up. Kezalar maybe a little bit poorly for one of the events, a little bit tired. Bro said Sabalotsa better than Kulizeski. Nah, bro, you got it all wrong, bro. Nah, bro, you got it. Bro, in what realm, bro? Nah, you are crazy, bro. Anyway, moving over. These two are good to go, and we will get the last 1v1v fight on the way. Oh, sorry, I went to the wrong one. My bad. And I didn't. Never mind. Good to go.
Let's get the show on the road. Whittaker again for the 3rd or 4th time. The blandest fighter in existence to ever exist. But here we are, 0-0 records. Neither of these guys having wins on their records. But new to each other, probably going to have a feeling out round very early on, and probably start to develop more and more as time goes on.
Kezalar definitely got some stick drift.
See how it affects him in game. Doesn't seem to be moving his head like a weirdo, so good signs.
I think it was less stick drift.
Oh, and a big body kick there from Frosty MMA. Big body knee from Keza, and you know, Keza, Very good at the old cheese. He's very good. Like he's
One of
good.
the OGs, mate.
He's an OG cheeser, bro. Oh, and a big drop there from Frosty MMA. Up kick does save Kezalar. If you are wondering, guys, Kezalar is on his back, and Frosty MMA could get this one done. And Kezalar saved. If you are wondering, it is Frosty MMA in the green trunks with the red gloves, and Kezalar in the black trunks with the blue gloves. And a pass from Frosty.
If I'm Frosty, I get back up on the feet and just continue what I was doing earlier. He had success already on the striking. I might as well continue doing the same. Although scoring a bit damage here does also work into his favour, but it's going to be a close one, especially if you are, because a bit so early on, they've still got very similar stamina. So if someone gets a reversal, they can still easily out-grapple them that way as well.
Yeah.
Frosty MMA takes her back, maybe looking for a top mount, very hard to get from this position.
Lovely reversal though into side control now, back into half guard. A minute 20 left on the clock. Frosky's been working on the ground for quite a while time. He's definitely skilled around with the knockdowns early on. It's just a case of can Kez get back at the feet, maybe look for another one, or will he have to more look to reset for the momentum coming into the second round?
Maybe. But Frosty, you know, he's really good at sort of slowing down the tempo when he needs to. He knows what to target as well. He knows that body's the target. You see that with that rear body kick as well.
Oh, and that could be it. Up kick saves him.
Another front kick.
The Kezalar front kick. That's it. Up kick again.
Another up kick. And those are doing some damage, man. This is going to add up if he keeps scanning.
Well then.
Very, very dominant round, yeah.
To the favour of Kez or Till. Kez got to dig deep, find an opening to do it. Round 2, adjustments are made, momentum resets back to the beginning, and this is where it all can change. Hotel definitely into the favour of Frosty last we see, but the stamina, although substantially different, not exactly in the dump just yet.
And here's what we see from Kezalar. Oh, and another big rock from Frosty. Body.
Oh, man.
Oh,
bloody hell.
He's just there with a
straight. Takes him straight out. Kezalar just going for broke in round 2. And Frosty MMA gets it done. And a beautiful performance from Frosty MMA. Moving to 8-2. And yeah, crazy. Kezalar needs a new control.
And a half coming out there. I mean, Frosty just looked better and better every single moment he competed there. He just came out, got a knockdown, and just continued on that momentum, not stopping. Keza went for broke at the very end, having little success. He definitely showed that he could have had a couple more, but it just wasn't in his cards tonight.
And it's one of those things, man. I said it sort of earlier on in the Kavalan fight. You know, when someone does get a little bit of that lead, and you start getting a little bit nervous, man, you kind of let them run away with it. I think a bit mentally. So it's tough for Keza, but really impressive performance by Frosty once again.
And a very, very good performance from Frosty MMA in that. Moving on, it will be Easy Work GG versus Bossman. And this is a very, very good fight. Very interesting fight. What can you tell us about these two guys?
Bossman's a killer, bro. Evan's so good now, man. And Easy Work has really been making reigns, man. Been really punishing a lot of people. I think his 2 losses are to, is it Suave Jamie? I know is one, and the other one I think was a really high level guy. So it's going to be tough for Evan. He can't look over easy work because he's definitely getting a lot better and is definitely really good now. But you know, we saw it in a couple of the older sort of NUGS tourneys, the type of player that Bossman has recently developed into as well, man.
Very good fight this will be indeed. We will move over there now. 2 more fights left.
Again, looks like we're going to go for there's words there, middleweight. Robert Whittaker again, the blandest fighter in existence, but most evenly matched in terms of skill. I've said that now for the 3rd time. Either way, let's get into this. Both of them strikers mainly, I would argue. Easy Work's definitely got some good body work. Bossman known for a notorious pressure, part of that FSK camp as well, with likes of Fadinator and Driz, who's in the main event, so you know he's training with the best of the best when it comes to the comp scene. And here Easy Work's got an uphill battle, 1-9 into the favour of Bossman, but all changes under the bright lights.
It does.
Easy Work, obviously, another one of these guys like Frost MMA. Obviously, with his lag situation, I've not really put him forward for the #1 contender fights and things like that, but he does seem to have that sorted now. We've had some good fights in OWC, and a big takedown there from Bossman. Straight into side control, and Easy Work, big denial there, looking to sprawl instantaneously, maybe give up some body work, which is probably not the best idea against someone like Bossman.
Maybe not, but it does get you off this uncomfortable sort of ground position, which could potentially end up worse, you know. We've seen sort of last week especially, Bossman have really good denies, essentially win a fight from the side control position, right, so.
But Easy Work, nevertheless, very good. He's just looked dominant in everything, really. He's only lost to Jamie and Trixie. He beat Naz, even when Naz was using the Cronus, allegedly. But, you know, I think he does have the right tools to get this one done. Very hard player to put away, but obviously Bossman, he's looked great, you know. I think he lost to Fadinator, and I think that might be it. Obviously a great performance against Spider, and yeah. Big leg kick.
Cheeky knee, both of the guys.
Take down the nine from Easy Work.
Fairly even across the board, and most damaging I think so far that I've seen is Easy Work and that leg kick. Bossman though seems to counter to that. Instead of checking it, he's just blitzed the person's head, and I mean, if you're struggling to check a leg kick, punch them in the face definitely works instead.
A couple of knees coming out here from Bossman early.
Yeah, I think he knows that, you know, Easy Work's quite impartial to a knee himself, so he wants to get in there first, you know what I mean? I've seen it before, so. Evan's looking clean, man, putting hands on him so far, bro.
Some good front kicks coming from Easy Work GG, but so far head health leaving in the favour of Bossman in the blue gloves. And yeah, this is going to be a good scrap, I reckon.
Already is.
Leg kick there. It's looking like it's going to be the case of, will Bossman's leg go before Easy Work can start doing damage, or will Bossman...
Oh, that's big from Easy Work.
Oh, Jesus.
And he does get off a big leg kick there. And, you know, regardless of Papa Lima, Easy Work GG might be one of the best, and Dirty Dave. Easy Work GG might be one of the best leg kickers. I'm throwing it out there.
Because he really mixes up that team with the leg kick, makes it hard to sort of...
And that sequence really got him back in it.
You go into a leg kick, and he's creative with it. A lot of feints into leg kicks as well that I've seen him do, which is unique.
Oh, ducks into that. And that was a big moment in that round for him, and potentially might win in the round. I'd say probably round 1 Easy Work GG. Guys,
maybe.
Controversial.
It's tough to say.
I think with the leg damage and that health event.
The leg kicks do still quite a lot of single strikes, a lot of damage overall, so it can definitely win you rounds that otherwise you thought you were losing in some capacity. Now though, Easy Work back on the back foot, looking to go for those leg kicks as well as keeps that body work, that body kick. But Bossman coming forward, looking to put damage on what he can. He's having his leg already worked out again. and that just doesn't help with the power as well. This is one of the biggest issues when you do fight a leg kicker. It's just that power reduction. I'll be takedown defense there.
Oh,
That's good.
that was a little bit of a technical situation there, and going for a takedown here does get it.
Into side control.
That's big for Bossman. That's what he needs. Big denial.
Beautiful, beautiful to know.
Big denial from easy work. Stands back up to his feet. And Bossman's stamina not looking the best. Big check there on the leg kick.
That's but
Oh.
he's giving the punches, man.
He is.
3-round fight, when your stamina sort of at this level, it's not so bad because you know you're going to come into the next round and regenerate some of them enough for the round at least.
Oh. You're Bossman, you need a big shot, you need a knockdown, you need a stun, you need something to just put you ahead of that game, so even if you feel fairly close and damage, you win.
Ooh, there you go, that's the
And
stun.
what he wants.
Oh, a little bit of a bobble coming out. Oh, and a
Oh,
kick drop.
bloody hell! Of all the kicks to throw, that was not.
That's unlucky.
I mean, I can also feel like Bossman thought that was a leg kick, because just the way easy work was throwing a lot of the kicks.
Maybe. I think his block is up.
Lovely takedown defense
Then saw
there.
these
though.
naked head kicks and Evan's sort of going for like turning takedowns, which, you know, easy work is sort of denying with relative ease, you know, you have to say. So maybe a change up from the game plan and clinch attempt there by easy work as well.
Oh. Oh.
Block looking
This one's looking crazy, bro. This one's like on a nice edge. Oh, you might get this.
Yeah.
No, he
Oh,
gets it.
no. Oh, he does. Jesus.
Man, I hate
Really?
that. That's a
Armbar?
good game,
Yeah.
but you both got no stamina, right? So why is he getting the takedown? It's wild. But
Because your both just collapsing into a heap.
maybe a good reversal there by Bossman. But don't know, with that knockdown from easy work, random head kick again.
Could be 2-0, bro.
Yeah.
And what about then? You said earlier,
Do
got.
something in these 8 seconds, bro.
Oh! In his hand
He knows
concepts.
that, man. He's good at those little pre-counters, bro. I'm telling you.
He's doing good, bro.
That is 2-0 easy work, bro. Evan's
Yeah,
gonna need
that's
to
cool. Bossman having to dig deep, find an answer to a big shot here. I mean, he's definitely found homes for his players. His head health is of viable nature where he can do that, but the question is...
Head health's higher than easy works, man.
Yeah, that is a really weird factor in this.
Oh, and a big rock there from Evan.
Just a little back jolt thing, man. It's annoying. Against Chitney, and Evan's going for another turn. He manages to get it this time. But, you know, you're not up on the scorecards, man. Like,
Well, it's like the person I expect to be shooting takedowns is Zero. He
yeah.
He
Maybe
just
sit.
needs to win the round. He just needs to survive the round, and he's won the fight. That's the thing.
Oh, I think the first round was close.
Ooh.
Oh! And a body
Okay.
rock to a head rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was rough. Well, knee into the body there, now digging, finding shots over the top as well. Knees now starting to come out more, included jab. It does seem like you can walk down easy work quite well if you're like methodical in your punches, because so far I've seen a couple of attempts where Bossman's just able to walk forward, work that block a bit, and you can just kind of pick him apart very slowly and methodically.
His clinches,
Takedown.
takedown attempts, just to stall it out a little bit, which is
Fair game, I mean...
Oh, and that could be it.
Oh, fuck
That could be it.
And then Evans.
Oh, he stands back up.
Okay.
Maybe not too confident on
Get
that.
flipped into like a
Yeah, top mount.
top mount
Just-
situation. Knows that he's winning the fight, but your head health's not looking too great, man. Oh, but
Oh, okay.
that's tough, man.
That is tough.
I don't know, man. I'm on a knife's edge here, bro.
Yeah, it's very close, very close.
Still winnable, but stamina's just not looking good.
These two.
If anyone can do it.
Oh, that uppercut.
Yeah.
Oh,
And this is where Easy Work looking to just grind it out. Believes he has done enough to win this fight. Does take him down into side control. Half guard. And 1:30 left on the clock.
I mean, Bossman goes sprawl, get into that position. He does do it.
Taking body damage here is tough, man. 'Cause
I
you
mean,
already
it's a
got
minute
no
left
stamina,
on.
right? So
I mean, Mads at this point, I think he's just looking for a gallop if he can get it.
But that is quite smart, right? You see him there, he shifts to the left twice. That does move the position from the get up from the cage. So now he ain't really got to worry about the 50-50. Does get the get up anyway.
Anyway, but you got trips here, you got.
But 30 seconds left. Just get on your bike, bro. Who cares if it's a point?
I mean, you've had a war, like, this is definitely a fight that I
You
like.
take a point against a competitor like Bossman. Though.
Yeah, 100%. It's like taking a draw at the Etihad, right? You take it. And Bossman Prime, leg kick still there and a big rock, and that will be it. And it will be Easy Work GG on decision with a very good win there. And commiserations to Bossman, but we do always love seeing him compete. But that does take us on to our main event of the evening. Warbsy versus Driz. Now, this for me is a great fight. Obviously, Warbsy last week getting a potential prize already with KO of the season, depending on how the voting will go at the end of the season, against Driz. And Driz is just phenomenal, right? Driz is so good. Played me last week against in the 1v1. Me absolutely dismantled me. Made it look easy. He's been, he's been killing it, bro. Good performance. Good performances all round, beating guys like Yerda. So this one will be for the interim Keza versus Frosty. Frosty won, bro. Keza looked like he was struggling with some stick drift or something. Not too sure. But yeah, Frosty really dominated. But yeah, commiserations to Keza. Keza's still obviously a very good competitor. But Warbsy versus Driz, this one will be for the interim title. They have agreed on a weight class of lightweight, so probably we'll see a Conor McGregor mirror match here. Obviously, Driz, a lot of people say heavy favourite, but I believe Warbsy can get it done. We've already seen him upset the odds against Keza. Can he again upset the odds against Driz season? What I'm looking at here is a 2-0 record so far, probably an OWC ranking matchup there. But still, nevertheless, one of these gentlemen will walk away for the interim title and face Suave Jamie next week. If Suave Jamie doesn't show up, then there will be someone else to step in there. It will maybe be Frosty MMA.
Two contenders, man. Maybe Frosty and Driz,
Yeah, if Suave don't show up, then it'll be the winner of this. This is the interim title, right?
Yeah.
So obviously, the winner of this will be the champion. If Jamie doesn't show up next week, we will have Frosty going in there. Obviously, Easy Work GG. Big win for him there as well. So maybe Frosty versus Easy Work somewhere down the line as well. All to play for. Great fight. These guys are ready. Let's get it underway. 5-round main event. Interim title on the line. BFAT Warbsy, FSK Drizzler, and it is the rivalry you see so often in this game. FSK and BFAT, two of the best camps. Well, name me the top two camps in the game.
Top two camps are BFAT and FSK.
Thank you very much.
Maybe. You got Soft James camp as well done.
Nah, it's not active enough. They got good players individually, but as a team, yeah, the rivalry you see so much. It will be BFAT versus FSK again and again and again. The rivalry that is just always going on. DB had potential until whatever happened there. Fuck knows what happened there. But regardless, interim title on the line. Concept boy versus my boy.
Great Tristan, man. I rate Warbsy too, though, man. You can't just chuck me in there. I rate Warbsy. I mean, he's my son, but
Will be a great fight regardless. And see there, Warbsy already starting the early pressure.
Oh, a couple nice combos from Warbsy.
Yeah.
I think Warbsy is slept on, man. I think by a lot of people he is.
He is. He's up on me, bro. It's just he's one of them, right? Yeah, he's good at the game, and he does keep up at a high level, but he's sometimes inconsistent, sometimes feels it at a top level, and he doesn't run his mouth, right?
Yeah.
that's the only thing. Like with me, I talk a lot, so everyone knows who I am. A lot of the other guys talk a lot. Even as just to not just talk a lot, bragging and stuff, but interacting with the community. He don't really interact with the community as much. Sort of just does his own thing. Just rocks up, fight, rocks off. So it's just one of them. And not really too many people know what he's capable of, but he is, regardless, very good. And starting here this minute 30 against Driz, pretty nice.
Clean, man. Clean, giving Driz some things to think about for sure, and maybe even got off a lead in damage so far. But yeah, Wobbsy's sort of one of those guys, man. I've fought him loads of times in OWC, and I'm always impressed by him, but I always manage to also sneak out a win against him at the same time. So it's really tricky, but I think he is slept on by a lot of people.
Oh, the big back set there from Driz. Driz is very good, and no doubt he will come into this fight and improve as the fight goes along. Driz is one of these guys that will make his reads, but
Wobbsy has a lot of success early on. Driz is now starting to catch up, as I say, that Wobbsy's landing some beautifully sneaky shots to the body and head. This fight is going to be more about technicality and
very technical.
Closer into the brawls you have seen in the past. It's going to be trying to find that one key shot. The head kick landing in just about, but again, it's going to be a game of inches in this fight.
Very technical fight so far. We're seeing these guys not really play the mindless block breaking game, sort of just sizing up each other, trying to land shots where they can, and it's good to see. It's nice to see a fight like this. And take down the nod from Driz.
Nice.
Return teeth from Wobbsy.
Really good right now, man.
A lot of tricky feints. Oh, and that was a nice sneaky one. And a good straight there on the ball counter from Wobbsy, and a big exchange there in the middle. No one getting off a rock from it, but if this one goes to the later rounds, this is where it's going to get interesting. Wobbsy's stamina a little bit lower than Driz's at the moment, even though maybe got off a bit better of the combinations to the body, but
just a couple of those teeps as he's coming forward though, man, they sting, they sap. Ooh, beautiful counter.
Oh, the big slip at the end of the round there for Wobbsy to seal round one.
Wow.
And wow.
Sealed it as Wobbsy's round so far. Nice. You can tell the Drizzle wasn't expecting that.
And a hit of respect there from Driz.
Yeah. I think he's impressed, man. I'm impressed, really impressed by Wobbsy so far. He's looked really clean. He's managed to sort of, find his way of attack against Driz. He's got really good defense on the game as well, so really good.
2 men in the cage for the interim title, none more deserving. Yeah, just very good all round for both of them, just Wobbsy now just needs to feel the nerves and just continue where he left off in that first round. Slight head health advantage, some good head movement there, and this is where we do see Driz try and push him into the corner a bit and maybe ask him a bit more questions.
Exactly that. I mean, maybe he's sort of tried that round, sort of playing on the back foot, trying to catch him, and Wobbsy had quite a bit of success, so maybe this is where Driz changes the game plan, and he's really good at pressuring as well. He's very, very good sort of pressure, block breaky, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, that's what I thought, sort of knew him as a bit of a pressure, and there it is, and a big rock, and a big drop. Walks into feet on hips.
Side control here. And I thought Wobbsy would know the momentum transition.
Yeah.
Gets the transition.
Does get the sprawl.
Good timing. Driz probably just happy to take this body damage, man. You can see his
We'll
body
probably have to give it up. Because in a position, right, you can't really go anywhere. You can hope for a lucky transition, but if you do get denied here, then you've took all that body damage for nothing. Do you know what I mean? So back to their feet. Good little sequence there from Drizzler. But yeah, these two will meet again in the middle.
Driz to continue on this pace that he started of round 2. Both guys still looking for the big shots. So both still have a possibility of the big shots. McGregor's still got a power, not any leg damage done, so full power there, both the same stance as well, but just a case of finding that one key shot, looking for the counters, you can tell, but just running a bit more of that distance, using the teeth where he can. Uppercut finds a shot.
Oh, and a big rock there for Driz, and that could be it. Half kick saves him.
solid rock there, man.
Oh,
Tough in this position. And Driz,
Oh.
need a lunging strike there, man. Telling you, bro.
I'm obviously throwing it at, trying to get a flashy one. Realise this is going south very quickly for him, but
And Driz is just working great off this pressure, man. And it just seems like when Driz does pressure and come forward, Wolves doesn't quite have the answers. And unlucky there, but.
and this will get you some good damage and give up that side control position.
Body and
And a big denial.
up when they're throwing these, man. Nice. But
And it will give up more body damage.
quickly turn the tides in this fight, man.
Quickly turns off. Will look to stand up, won't get it.
Bro, that body health is just sapping into non-existence now at this point. Stamina quickly went down in that round. So.
Very quickly went down, and a big second round for Driz season has brought this one right back. And Wolvesy looking lucky,
into his fate.
and looking like Wolvesy needs a miracle.
Okay.
Oh, flying the attempt.
Oh, just that body damage. And Driz coming with the feints, just looking clean as ever, bro.
This could be it very shortly.
This, man.
There's no body out is blinking, the stam's lowest to stamina, that heads are not far behind. I mean, the fact Wolves made it now to this round is impressive as it is. Lands a hill kick, a hill kick, but it just has no kick or punch behind it. And as the clock draws closer, so does Driz, looking like he's winning. That's a lovely counter there, but just got no damage behind it right now.
If I'm Wolvesy here, man, I'm relying on one punch and it's an uppercut as he's going to the body.
Or a knee. That one.
I think Driz is smart, man. He's not going to play cheeky knee from Driz. Maybe has to be done.
Oh.
Beautiful.
And a beautiful performance.
Yeah.
And new interim champion Driz season after a little bit of adversity in the first round. Come back very well in the second round there, and a beautiful performance from him to get it done. And he is the interim champion. We'll see him versus Suave Jamie next week, maybe on 1v1 meet. Who knows if they both sign up? We'll go to that. Yeah, so we'll just have a quick run through the card, gentlemen. So JQB versus Pablo G. Pablo G got that one done in what was a great contested fight. Jaco 5 versus Jack 13. Jack 13 with a big win there. Lucky versus Jalen. Jalen getting off to another win, making his record 2-7. Lucky still winless this season in the NEC. B3 Evo against Lilo. B3 Evo falling short very quickly. Hang on. Falling short very quickly to Lilo there. Sean Corkery taking a loss there against Tilo. The Leech with a good comeback win against Fran. Slink getting it done. It's getting sparked. Mark Dev, Papi Gaucho. Beautiful performance from Papi Gaucho. Maybe performance of the night to get that one done against the Wrestle Heavy Mark Dev. Jovi Rami versus Kemyor. Beautiful performance there from Jovi Rami, zapping the body of Liam Kemyor. Winter versus Leon. An absolute record-breaking uppercut there for Leon Stoles. Absolutely slept Winter up within the first 30 seconds. Ben Jammy taking a loss there against the Doctor, the man on the booth with me. Kavalan versus Sultan Pepe. Another argument for performance of the night for Sultan Pepe, getting it done against what would be considered underdog of the night against Kavalan. Jack 17 with a brilliant performance against Webbo. Dirty Dave getting it done in that stake matchup versus Noeta. Mad Dog falling short to the Pigeon, moving Pigeon to 3-0. Easy Work GG with a brilliant win against a very tough competitor in Bossman. Frosty MMA somewhat dominating Kezalar in the 1v1 matchup there, and Drizzler and new champion against Wolvesy there with a brilliant rally in the second round moving forward. So JQB, if you just want to quickly see the full screen cam, Bosh. I ain't going to start doing the whole thing, but this is what these guys are playing for this season, lads. Signed Conor McGregor glove, see it there, certificate of authenticity as well, so you can see that there, signed by the Mac himself. Very great prize as well. Big shout out to NUGS AU. There is a certificate of authenticity for that, and obviously the prizes you do see behind me there as well. You do have a monitor there somewhere on the ground, the headset and the thing, and then the UFC 283 poster, official Portuguese, signed by all the fighters on the card. Bro, that's got a Paul Craig signature on it. Bangs. So make sure you join the Discord, make sure you get involved. Staff members, everyone can get involved. I've been JKB on the booth with me. It's been Concept and Doc. Anything you boys want to say?
Other than get involved, man, get yourself into the league if you've not already. Still a couple of cards left to go, so still all to play for, man. That's it.
What Concept said?
What Concept said, indeed. Still 10 weeks to go until these prizes will find a new home, but for now they will remain here in the sanctuary of the King, JKB. And we have been NUGS AU, NEC. Check out 1v1me, check out nugsau.org, and yeah, peace. Wait, don't peace yet. That was a bad timing.